Da, da, da. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. We got another live stream for you as we kick off this week with WWE RAW. I see that chat filling up already. Make sure you get in there. Click all the buttons. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. But strap in, strap on. Grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are feeling festive here on the channel as we kick off another week in wrestling with WWE RAW tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Lots going on. Punk's in the building. Seth's probably got something on his mind. Plus, we got the IC title on the line, the tag titles on the line, and so much more. We're going to be here for all of it tonight, folks. We will be your reaction to all the action. And like I said, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. I hope the holidays are treating you well. Hopefully, you're in a warm climate, because if you're in a cold one like me, it sucks. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive into all of it. Me and that pretty face have you for the next couple hours here tonight, and we're looking forward to it. Coming off Saturday Night Main Event on, of course, Saturday. Right. A lot to talk about, lots to get into, lots of rumors, lots of news, lots of fun stuff. As always, but I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, I know we have Monday Night Raw tonight with Raw kicking off with CM Punk, and they just put out the new Netflix logo and everything, but we got to talk about Saturday Night Main Event. We got to talk about the Pile Driver, heard around the wrestling world.
The pile driver is a thing, and it's a dangerous thing, and it matters when it happens. And when the show went off the air, and for those who don't know, my guy KO said this is bullshit, and dropped Cody on his head. So Cody gets carted out. He's got some injuries, some lasting injuries, Nick. We'll see how this affects the story moving forward.
Right. Well, I think it's like a cervical fracture or something like that, inflammation, what have you. They made it sound all medical and everything, and they use the term hospital. But I think it also has to do, it makes Kevin look great. He walked out with the Winged Eagle belt too. So does he show up and say, I'm the real WWE champion and all of that?
Yeah, keep the belt.
Right, because he still got into a shoving match with Hunter on the way up the ramp.
Crazy. That's the most physical Hunter's been in a long time.
Yeah, and then of course you get people already thinking, is he going to have one more match? No. It's karma right there.
Right.
But I think it does have to do a bit with, because around the holiday season, obviously we're very festive, all week and everything. But they're doing the double tapings. Like tonight is a double taping of Raw. Last week was a double taping of SmackDown. So you can't exactly have Cody come out, hey folks, and everything with the belt, because then it just gives away, so I guess he retains.
Right. Again, very interesting, very good choice. Heading in towards the holiday season. Yeah, we're going to get some pre-taped episodes for the spoiled brats out there. Tough kitty, said the kitty. The milk's still good, and the shows will still be fine. And that's the case here with this. Again, it is what it is. The wrestlers deserve a little bit of a rest. But yeah, Saturday Night Main Event. Again, a lot of things to figure out here. KO, obviously, Cody had to not use the most babyface of ways to get that W, which really opens up the door for this gaslighting KO to continue just setting things ablaze.
Absolutely, and he's a justified heel, much like we had with Drew McIntyre, so it makes it work perfect, because you see everybody stating that it was Cody cheated to win and everything because he hit the crossroads on the steel chair. And then I saw people even calling into question Little Nature's pin count because he was outside the ring and did the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't know what the official rule on that is. I'm going to have to listen to like a traditionalist kind of help me out here. But I don't recall ever in my life seeing a ref make a count with his feet on the floor. Is the ref required to be in the ring? What are the rules here? I don't know.
It always used to be a thing, because remember when like Hebner would come sliding out and Dolphin slide, Seal slide right into the ring and everything, slide right into the 1, 2, 3. Little Nature's famous for that.
Right.
For running out there a mile a minute.
Yeah, but he didn't exactly slide in. He just stayed where he was.
Well,
Where
with
he
this
was.
one, yes, but normally he would slide in.
Right. So yeah, very, very interesting. Again, we will warn everybody this is a spoiler-free zone. So anything we do learn tonight, do not bring it tomorrow or the next day or the next day. We're gonna plead complete ignorance until the day of. So do keep that in mind. But and again, I mean, a lot other things to talk about as far as tonight goes. Of course, like I mentioned, oh, you mentioned, so we'll talk about this. And
Yes.
what I do like about this, and Triple H seems to be loving it, is
Oh, yeah.
everything feels so theatric. Like even that whole clip that they put out with Triple H and the logo and the vibe. Now, again, as always, there's mixed reviews. There's never going to be everybody unanimously liking something. I think it's
Right.
fine. I think it's good. I like the little bit of the silver tinge to it. But again, I'm good with it. I think it's fine. But they make everything. If we're going to do something, it's going to mean something. And that's what it feels like with a lot of these decisions.
WWE in 2020 realized they struck gold with a lot of the cinematics that they did because of lockdown and everything that they had to, because of the May 19th going around. And now they've been able to bring that back in. Of now they've added the little touches, like even going to the camera shots that follow the wrestlers all the way from backstage all the way out to the ring and everything, to now every Roman promo when he's not there is super cinematic. It's the Godfather, it's Taken, it's them meeting 50-yard line and everything.
Right.
So 100% they very much have realized what they can do with all of the cinematic tie-ins and everything and struck gold with it.
Right. But yeah, I mean, again, I think it should be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. And again, I like it. I like what they're doing as far as they're making this Netflix thing feel big. And every day we get closer to it, it feels like they're adding stuff to it or potential things to it. So we will see. I mean, a lot going on with this for sure. Like you said, Punk kicking off the show tonight.
Well, do you like the logo? I don't know if we. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think it's that bad at all. I think it's pretty simplistic and everything, a little bit like the SmackDown logo. I think it's simple. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not like this is cool shit ever, but like look at the logo they had. Look at their previous logos. They weren't gonna. To me, I'm a bit of a traditionalist that way. It's not like the Chicago Blackhawks or the Yankees or the Rangers or the Leafs are just going to show up with a brand new whole thing. They will update it. They will play with it, but within that traditional confine. Raw is not like you weren't going to get like, I don't know what people were hoping for. I think it's fine. I have no issue with it. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's all right. And it will do the trick for sure.
I'm hoping more, even though I know that they're probably going to do Travis Scott as the theme. And I think they've all but said that. I'm hoping they go back to forget the light, the money, we'll end it together. Yeah, all that.
Right. I'd be okay with that. But a lot going on here at the channel, at the show. As we know, in about 20 minutes, CM Punk is going to open the show tonight. Seth Rollins, again, we don't know what he's up to. Kofi back in his hometown. And this graphic killed me, dude. He going back to boop, boop, boop. What's up?
Oh, SOS. I hear them shouting. I haven't seen this graphic, so I didn't even know anything about this type of thing or anything. I know he's coming back to Boston and everything, and it's going to be really interesting because does Boston go Bizarro World, which I really doubt, but yeah, they've been getting a cold shoulder, so we'll see if they can have another moment, and especially in Boston, it might be another one of those moments to where they can't cut a promo because the crowd's booing too loud.
Yeah, no, I think, again, I just want to see it continue. And the idea, I mean, the tag titles are on the line tonight. The Viking Raiders very much have been a babyface fan favorite. So I kind of foresee them winning tonight. It adds more issues for Judgment Day. And again, it sets up somebody like Kofi and Xavier to chase down these guys. I mean, it's very intriguing.
Yeah, I think the Viking Raiders win this one. Of the whole thing with the Judgment Day having the titles is they haven't defended them. It's kind of gotten stale with it. And now, like you said, there's more heel teams that they can feud with and everything that isn't going to work. Like you can't do the Creed Brothers versus Judgment Day. That's heel on heel. You can't do the New Day versus Judgment Day, heel on heel. So it makes sense to pivot to the babyface team.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it will be if the Viking Raiders win those titles, I think it's going to be very tricky to get it off them. But again, compelling stories make fun TV. So we'll see what happens. IC title tournament still continues. I did see Natalya making headlines as far as, tweeting out that it's her time, damn it. Putting her foot down and being like, I've earned it, 1,700 matches or whatever the fuck the record is. She's going for it. And again, she kind of sold us over the last couple of weeks of like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, we saw it even with Chelsea winning the U.S. title and everything like that. Is she the greatest tactician in the ring or anything like that? No. Is she a main eventer? No. But she's felt like it kind of earned it and everything. It was got behind her and felt like she deserved it. And that's the same case with Natalya. No one's saying that she's got to be, a world beater with it and go on a 652-day reign or something like that.
No.
But at least an acknowledgement to what she's done for the business.
I think so. It's a nice little tip of the hat.
And it's tied to her family. The IC belt's very much tied to her family.
Oh, very much so. I mean, there's so much lineage there, and reason for it. And again, and like you said, she could win it, in January and lose it in March. Like, I don't care, but it's a nice little, you're the first and no one will ever take that away from you. As far as the match that's been announced, I don't know how Raquel loses this match.
Rhea,
okay.
That would be the only way.
Not bad.
Maybe and then, of course, Shayna Baszler takes out Raquel. You get something going there.
Interesting. That'd be intriguing if they do decide to go something that route. But I'm again very curious to see if they do try something. But and then speaking of IC titles, we do have Bron Breakker and Ludwig tonight, so that should be a fun one as well.
Do you see Gunther getting involved in this? Because obviously Braun's kind of been poking at the bear a little bit with Gunther.
It'd be interesting. I mean, I don't know.
He sat there and told Ludwig to tell Gunther to go kick rocks. It said his stock's falling and everything like that.
Yeah, that's intriguing. So what? Gunther helps Ludwig get the IC title, then both of them have belts, and then Braun says, "Yeah, you keep that one. I'm going to go after Gunther's belt."
Could be, or it could be Braun retains it. And what if we go back to the old school thing? And I've seen this discourse kind of come up a bit more recently of having guys with the mid-card belt that can trade it in for a shot at the world belt.
I like that. I mean, I know TNA still does that with like the X Division title and such. I don't hate the idea of like, okay, like here's this belt. I've had fun, with it, but I'm going to cash this in for a title opportunity. It's cool. It's fun. Will they do it? I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know how much they're gonna just go willy-nilly. But
you could still do probably Braun as IC champ versus Gunther. I mean, it'd be interesting. Would you do double champ wins the match or make it, screwy finish? That would get when it gets very interesting. And it still might just be Braun just barking up the tree for a little bit, keep Gunther warm for a week or two.
Yeah, possibly as well. And I'm a big fan of Ludwig. If Ludwig was to be IC title holder, it wouldn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. I think Ludwig's got a bright future. Win or lose tonight, I think he has a time to go. So I'm in.
Fair enough. You have it. Well, like you said, he wins it and then you bump Braun up.
Yeah, maybe.
Fair enough.
But with all that being said, folks, we see this chat filling up already. We got 80 in the chat tonight already, as we're still 15 minutes away from the start of the actual show. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. We want to get into triple digits. The Wrestling Proud, the first one in the chat tonight. It's Monday. You know what that means, Wyatt. What? Hey, KJ and Nick, hope y'all are doing well. Let's go. I mean, I don't know what's next for the Wyatts. They're still not done with carrying, so let's keep that going.
Yeah, we're just going to run that back again at some point, and whether it be this week or they tape it tonight.
Right. Kevin, how you doing? Clay, welcome back. Watching Monday Night Raw, and I'll be keeping an eye on Monday Night Football for shizzle.
Yeah, man's out there in the playoffs. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Looking forward to Bron Breakker versus Kaiser. Absolutely. Welcome back, Damian, TJ. Good to see you. Cherokee George in the house. Evening all. It was a gorgeous day today for my 68. 68.
Oh,
just aging like a fine wine. But
he's setting up a 69 joke.
Right. Well, 68's fun too. You do me, and I owe you one later.
But I'm pumped.
But Raiders versus JD. I missed that video. Yeah, no, that video is going around, and we will be putting up something eventually for it.
Right.
Trent Seven leaving TNA at the end of the year. Interesting. They feel like they've been pushing him a lot, so that's surprising.
Yeah, saw it earlier today. He's done. AJ Francis was done this weekend. Trent Seven's about to be leaving, and who was the other person that I saw mentioned in the article? I'm trying to look real quick, which we still haven't even fully talked about the whole Tessa coming back and everything.
Well, we did talk about it. I don't know how much.
We don't need to really retouch that. I'm just stalling for time to read.
Look, the simple story of this with Tessa is it's a wait and see. She either has to live up to her words and be good on her word, or she'll fuck up again and be gone. So
right. Oh, it was TNA ring announcer Jay Chung is also leaving. So three people announced today that they're leaving TNA.
Okay. And Rock, welcome back. Happy birthday to the great late Luke Harper. Yeah, absolutely. J1 back with us. What's up, fellas? Tough loss by my Lions, but I'm still here. Allen just going for all the MVP award.
Absolutely. He's going to make it super obvious that he needs to be the goddamn MVP this year.
Granted, not to give it to him.
Right. Granted, Montgomery, who's on my fantasy team, is out for the season. Again, thank you for all the injuries, football gods.
Boo-hoo. What's up, fellas? Tough loss by my Lions still, but I'm still here. They're doing double taping. Yes, they are. Welcome back, by the way, J1. Eric Isaac, what's up? Three-way for the IC title. Yes, heavenly birthday. I like that. Saffit, what's up? How you doing? Christian Powers back with us. What's up, everyone? Starting the main event. Definitely raised the bar. Seeing the return of the Winged Eagle Championship belt and Chelsea winning raised the title bar. Now, people are clamoring to keep this Winged Eagle belt, which I hope they don't, because neither one of us can say it consistently.
Apparently. Eagle. It's been so long since we've been able to say Eagle.
Right? But a lot of people want to see this belt stick around. It's cool. I like the idea that it's special, but I would love to see it back.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to go back to it, but then you get even people that were like, it wasn't as shiny as the old ones and everything. I think it was a replica. It's like, just be fucking happy. You wanted it. You asked for it. You got it.
Yeah, but Cody showed up in Long Island with a plastic replica. Like, let's be real, guys.
Right. But no, I've seen people already going around, because remember they did the old photo shoots of wrestlers with, like, current wrestlers with the old titles and everything. KO had one with the world title, and that's been making the rounds now. See, it looks so good. It looks so natural on him. It fits him so well. Why would you want to take it away?
Right. Evening, Ken. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Welcome back. TJ, good to see you. 316 EO in the IC tournament. There's your title match at Rhea Ripley. I don't know how the IC title tournament and Rhea Ripley intersect. If you were watching main event, it's very clear what's about to happen. Your girl Liv about to give up a belt.
Facts.
Kayfabe for life. Let's go. Even The Rock telling people today to join in. Richard Jr., good to see ya. Louis Starks will beat Keaton Carter and Raquel and help both Sonya Deville and Rhea Ripley. Interesting. Okay. Kind of what we said. That's a little more sensible from Richard. I like it. MDB, the knee pad patrol is on the loose on a Monday. Welcome back, sir.
Is it in the IC tournament? Is she?
No.
Okay, yeah, well, no, because like we had two comments back to back mentioned Rhea in the IC title tournament, and I'm like, wait, fuck, is she in it somehow? We forgot, because I'm like, there's so many damn tournaments going on.
Yeah, no. But like, when does Tiffy cash in? They've got us guessing. They've done a good job at making us
2025.
Yeah, I don't know. But is she? And again, the idea that she might take it off Liv has been a nice little misdirection play. But the story is Nia, guys.
Oh yeah, that's been the story the whole time, and especially with, like you said, what we saw at Saturday Night Main Event. That they're not fucking up that story now.
Yeah,
that story's gone on too long. You got to finish it out.
Yeah. KJ Collision is going to be on USA Network in Canada. That story came out today. I read that today, Bradley. Interesting, because generally the wrestling is on our sports channels. Again, I mean, that might affect how I access the show, but yeah, very interesting move. It's possible that maybe the numbers do affect the Canadian audience enough that they're moving on to somewhere else.
Yeah, fair enough.
Scott Rizzo, welcome back. Kayfabe got you. Christian got you. Damien, already seen your name. Dennis, what's up? I'm sick, so maybe listening to the stream and not watching much. Well, listen to us. We'll help you feel better. I'm fighting the sniffles myself. 'Tis the season, so hope you get well soon, sir.
Absolutely. 'Tis the season for some sneezing.
All right. Tag titles main event. What could that mean?
That they're probably losing the belts.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I think that the biggest thing that we're going to have start off the show is going to be Punk and Seth Rollins. They might be having that thing go nuclear so we get it ready, primed and ready for January 6th.
Let's go.
Right.
OG Dale, welcome back. Word, what's up, Odds? What's up, Dale? Got you. Dun, dun, dun. I already deleted one spoiler. If I do see the spoilers, I will put you in the penalty box. Folks.
How do we have spoilers for tonight when it's live?
Started taping already.
Shows.
So they start live in building.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, folks, let's be honest here. Just calm your tits.
Yeah, shut up.
Respectfully.
The Roman dynasty officially begins. Ronan. Now, if anyone's wondering, he won a tiebreaker. There was like 11 people, but he was the first one to get his prediction in on the main event. So that was the tiebreaker. That's why it's Ronan. Before anyone cries, it was a tiebreaker. Cry me a river.
Right? Can't we all just be happy? This is starting to sound like a real family get together on the holidays. Everyone just be happy and love each other.
It's funny because after that, it's like, congrats, thanks, congrats. I'm like, nobody has a problem. Why am I even saying anything?
Man's out here like Jackie Moon. Everyone loves someone.
Right. Happy birthday to my fellow Eric EY, the world-class maniac Eric Young. Eric Young having a birthday. Shout out, buddy. How do you, Alexis, welcome back. How did they decide? There you go. I just explained it. I didn't even know that question was there. That's amazing.
There we go.
Yeah. So generally what I do is the first person to get a correct prediction on the main event. So that's where that came from. So where it says, who wins? The next comment was Ronan.
There you go.
You're welcome. And again, it's a little arbitrary. Whoever is the quickest and the correct prediction. There you go. Ronan's like, I know how I won, damn it.
I was checking the stats. I got the receipts.
Right, there you go. SOS Cove, let's go. Bradley, the Chris Kringle of the channel. Welcome, sir. Right, MDB. Are you beating Bradley this week? And is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won. Or in football, I won.
Okay.
The only thing I have going tonight is the defense. He's got everything already set up, so I move on.
There you go. Congrats, sir.
Yeah, I'm stress-free tonight, my guy.
I feel bad for me and Joe because we're smashing the league, but we're going to put one of us out. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you doing? I hope everything is well. Question, what was the ratings for this Saturday? I don't know, actually. Did you see a ratings? Nobody talked.
I'm kind of starting to move past. Sorry?
When the wrestling's good, people don't talk about the ratings so much.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying even with like Collision and everything like that, with it being the Saturday versus Saturday, I've started to move away from seeing that on my timeline. I think it's more of we get it already. They're not good. We get it. We don't need to keep beating the dead horse.
Right. Samuel, welcome back. Owens holds the winged eagle belt with the shirt that says, I broke his neck. Dude, do it. Do it.
Yes. Absolutely, and I will buy that shirt. Oh, and then he could you imagine he pops up tonight with that and just freaking is showing love to Kofi and Xavier because they get it. They don't care about broken necks.
Right? What's up, Kyle? What's up, Mega? What's up, Wrestling Pro? We got you. Lucas Nathan. I think that might be a newer name. Welcome, sir. Jada Chung and Rhino is done. Jada Chung. So okay, you did say that.
We talked about briefly. You tried to mention Rhino's been done too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, again, could Rhino come back for a run? Can he come back from the
NXT?
He hasn't aged. He's the same.
Well, when you come out the womb looking 45, you kind of stay 45.
You've been 45 for 45 years.
Exactly.
There we go. AJ, welcome back. What's up, Wrestling Life? The former champ is here. Blaze in the watermelon kush. Good choice. Good choice. Andrea, welcome back. AJ, got you. 316, we got you. This keeping you're gonna be heartbroken. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Well, he'll make it to January and then might not make it to the next Raw.
Right. Let's go. Josh Allen MVP. It's hard to argue. It really is.
Yeah.
Just Joe 47. AJ Francis deal with TNA done at the end of the year. So yeah, we touched on that. Roll Tide. Yo, what's up? 1 week till Christmas. Let's go. Beef stew. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Apparently he's thinking about the holidays.
Can't we all just get along? Ken Rock, yes. The Wrestling Utopia says we can.
Right.
There you go, MDB. Judge KJ has spoken. Yeah.
Wrestling court now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, it's kind of the buddy system until it's not, but some people have been smudging their stats, so that makes me do extra work.
Fair enough. Well, no, I'll just slip this in real quick because with how much we've had to say wing and everything, I'm amazed that we have a wing show for original content and been stumbling over the word wing this much when it comes to a championship belt.
The transition from wing to eagle, I don't know why.
Yeah.
What's up, Spaz? Thank you so much for the super chat. Remember, folks, that is your way to guarantee we click on your message during these shows. Insert sexy nicknames ×3 here. I like it. My friends is still running her Canadian Mental Health Association fundraiser. Still the pinned post on my Twitter, and help would be awesome. Something that's near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah, on this absolutely.
So go check out Spaz and give some love.
I was gonna say, Spaz, I don't know if I would say it's fine if you want to drop it in the chat or whatever, so that way everybody that's watching can donate it too if they choose to or whatever. Because like you said, we're very much big advocates when it comes to mental health and everything like that. Christ, we got a Meltzer charity shirt going on too as well.
Right, still up. I didn't take it down, so yeah, it's still rolling. What's up, Anthony? Sweet Tony Rings and Boston back to back. What are the odds arriving together?
They're sitting right next to each other. Let's watch the boys.
Byron, welcome. Paul, we got you. Easy Bake. I think that's just about everyone. Saffit. If Liv drops the title Rhea on Raw on Netflix before the Royal Rumble, Liv might have a shot on winning the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. Potentially. She wants to stay in the mix somehow.
But do we want to keep this thing going to WrestleMania?
I don't know.
Because that's the thing. I think the next match that these two women have for the title should be the end of it. This is the final conclusion here.
Right? That was not planned. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Sus.
They showed up like the New Day. Just stole stuff just now. What?
What they steal? The presents under the tree?
Right? Are they the Grinch? But ladies and gentlemen, as it stands right now, we will be live any second now. So Nick and I will try and sync up, be on the same page for this as we roll through Raw tonight. Don't forget, we're here all week long. SmackDown tomorrow. Dynamite is Jingle All the Way Dynamite or whatever they called it.
Holiday Bash. That's it. But lots going on here all the way till Friday. It's showtime. Let's go. Hey, I'm back to the old buddy Richard Wolf here at the end of Law and Order SVU before Raw kicks off.
I'm at Raw. Are you actually at Raw? Because I do know it is in Boston.
It is in Boston. I have then.
I have then.
Now?
I have now.
I'll just let me know just after now. I have to forever.
I have forever.
Okay. We are syncing up on two. I'm not trying to hold a note together.
You ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are dialed in and ready to go. The show is starting. It's going to open with Punk. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. I want to see triple digits here tonight. So let's go. And what is on your wrestling mind? Blow it up and let us know how you feel.
Absolutely. 100%. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Boston. No, I'm not. My cousin is, though, and he informed me that they filmed next week's episode before this episode. Ooh, bold strategy, Cotton.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got the Judgment Day walking in right now.
Only 3 more Raws on the USA. There you go.
Crazy to think about.
Right?
Do you think that they stack the last one or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because wouldn't the last one be like right before New Year's?
Yeah,
Something?
yeah.
Ludwig. Yeah,
Ludwig,
so they might go out with a whimper.
Yeah, I think it might just fade off into the sunset kind of idea, and they kind of, it's that whole kind of, especially at this time of year, right? And you, if my math serves me correct, let me see, it would be Monday the 30th. So I can't imagine they're going to go that big for that show.
We're not going to do something like have a Charlotte Flair return on that show and have her first match or anything, like a Tony Storm. Just saying. As we just got to replay the package pile driver.
And all right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes CM Punk. Let's go, folks.
How do you feel briefly, since we're probably still going to at least get, a bit of his entrance, that they are going to do Seth versus Punk on Netflix, and they've really stacked this like it's a PLE, versus we always thought Seth versus Punk was a WrestleMania match.
It doesn't mean it's not, though, Nick. That's the thing that I think some fans overlook. If you look at Drew McIntyre Punk, it's a perfect example of, I think, what they wanted to kind of do in the nutshell of one match, just a regular off. Here we go. One fall. Yay. Right. And let's do a bull rope match. Then let's go into a Hell in a Cell. I think very much Punk and Seth can have the same vibe. All right, we're going to give you the first match between them. It might end in a brawl. It might end up in a Fooey finish. But ultimately, the payoff, the big payoff, when we're all salivating, could be made.
Fair enough. I hadn't really thought about it like that. I always kind of viewed it like the verbal sparring on the mic was more of what we got with those matches per se. Yep. And then the one match would be the big piece de resistance, the payoff and everything. Yeah. But no, that's a really good point. I hadn't thought about it that way.
But I like them doing, anyone else get nervous when you see Punk do that? Like, don't
anytime this man jumps, you're like, what are you gonna say now?
I like the rivalries. I like the fact that there's some people who are like, I can't believe they're doing this again. Like, even Rhea and Liv haven't had that many matches against each other. The story's just been so long that some people are kind of tired of the story. They want more of like, okay, can they fight now? So I think they're getting there with that one. But Punk and Drew, to me, is the perfect example.
Yeah, fair enough. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all with that. I honestly hadn't thought about it that way. As huge CM Punk chants.
Oh, I like it.
Some people might get mad when you chant my name.
Oh, we're starting off hot and heavy with this one, folks.
The man, and he points out the guy wearing a Knicks jersey in Boston.
Takes a lot of balls.
It's great to be alive. Well, that's the question. Are they going to start making this thing kind of go nuclear? Because that's been the term that Triple H keeps using for January 6th, the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix, of basically we're going to burn the fucker down.
Well, you have this show. You tape the show for next week. So next week's is going to be a little bit mailed in. And then you got the 30th. Again, you'll build up a little more hype, a little more fighting probably. And then you're right into Netflix. And I love that they're making this Netflix thing feel huge. It feels insane. It feels PLE-like.
Oh, absolutely. We might have to put the prediction side on the line on a Monday, even if there is a pay-per-view at the end of the week and everything.
Right.
Because it sure as shit, it feels more like a PLE than Saturday Night Main Event did, respectfully.
Rhea and Liv just never had any memorable promos. It's a different style. It's not like what we're getting from Punk and Seth right now or what we got with Drew. It's a different vibe. It's more, I stole your boyfriend, I stole your group, I stole your belt.
That feels more moments than it was promos.
Yeah.
That has the injuries, that has the Dom turn, the Dom smooch. You have this, all of this and that. The orbital bone.
I'd rather have Becky versus Liv. Are you going to be very upset when it's Becky versus Rhea?
He's going to hate that match. Hate that match.
Dave Meltzer said WCW wouldn't have went under if Tony was booking it. It wouldn't have got off the fucking ground. Jesus.
It certainly wouldn't be able to give Eric Bischoff a platform called 83 weeks and everything, because it would have been like 3 weeks at best.
He would have never been able to get the show. Like if he was in charge of Nitro, I mean, it would have killed the whole war because they're shooting blanks.
Right? You just missed. Well, I don't know if you saw it, but CM Punk doing his Seth Rollins. It's crazy to think that theoretically Punk's now kind of feuded with every member of the Shield that was his Shield initially.
Yeah.
It does not make you Elton John. It looks like him.
Wow. Just putting on a sunglasses don't make you Elton John, and putting on wrestling boots do not make you me.
Now, how much do you think that was also a bit of a shot across another bow and everything?
People are always going to feel that way. I honestly think they're always going to feel that way, but I think there's a limit to it nowadays.
Well, there was the moveset comment.
Yeah, true. Right?
I didn't think too much of it until I saw the whole quote, but yeah. I'm not here to litigate the past.
And those are those things where it blurs. You're like, is he talking about just Seth when he says stuff like that?
Right. Stoner Jesus, been a bumpy with you, become a member for a month. What?
They're on a collision course.
Oh.
I love stirring that pot, though.
But that's the thing, is because he knows all he has to do is say a word. Yeah. And the internet's going to run with it and make their own narrative.
Stoner Jesus, always a pleasure, sir.
Seth Rollins is CM Punk's failure.
Ooh. I feel that Triple H treated Rhea because the wrong things he did. Yeah, no, that's
really ridiculous to throw out there, my guy, and very inflammatory, I will say.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, and there was a lot of other women that could have.
You can like a fucking wrestler. You don't need to sit there and can accuse people and everything. It's okay, my guy. The last guy who did that was Drew McIntyre. Hey, you might be onto something there.
Right? Am I tougher than Drew McIntyre? Oh,
you're not. Well, Boston, do you know that Seth isn't more tough than Drew McIntyre?
Ooh. And I will say, Punk's merch has been killing it.
Yeah,
well, I like that T-shirt. Is the army green one was wicked.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, this man though makes it terrible to react to. You feel like half the terrible content creators and everything, because you're like, I'm trying to say something, but I want to hear every second of this man's fucking words.
Big chant for Punk.
Oh, I like that. You don't get the intro. You don't get the music. You just hear Seth, CM Punk, CM Punk.
Because you know the crowd will sing for Seth. So you, again, smart little moves, my guy.
You're making Seth the heel in this situation.
And he starts the Punk chant.
Now he's coming out through the crowd like the Shield. I was almost halfway expect him to come out with the flak jacket and everything.
Right.
But he's very toned down in his attire and everything. Like, it's just back to like the leather jacket and everything when he was a bit more like the Monday Night Messiah.
Right.
He's doing the reverse Tony Storm. He's doing Tony Storm again. He's just de-aging through his, gear.
Yeah.
Best line of the night. Nah, even from way out here, you're still an asshole.
All right.
And Punk pointing out, it's a joy you didn't come out with that stupid song of yours.
Or the crowd jumped on it.
Yeah.
Oh. And Big Red behind Seth, loving it.
Oh, why you gotta call it?
If the hair fits.
Oh no. You fucker. I got you.
Plausible deniability, my guy.
Exactly. That was smooth operator.
Right?
Man, hit that Nakamura step back.
We need 3 to get to 100. So if you can hear my voice, take this link, share it with your friends. Press in a triple digit.
Right.
Oh, going to the sweet spot. That's his Achilles heel in any verbal jousting.
Yeah, because you know that's his little soft underbelly as he's
right.
I'm gonna meet you. And we're throwing hands. We're throwing potato.
Throwing hands.
And this is the first time that they've really gotten truly physical because you saw him the little shadow box, you know, the Apollo Rocky and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a bit of that, a bit of a shoving match a couple weeks ago. But look, I like Punk. Like, I like both of them. Don't get me wrong. But like little details, like yelling at the refs. You don't just get held back. You scream at the ref. Let me in the fuck out. Why are you holding me?
You sell it like you hate that motherfucker.
Yeah. Boy, bring back the bow ties. Come on, let's go.
Oh, God. Oh,
hey.
Seth flying in and just grabbing at the schnoz, grabbing on the face, anything.
Yeah,
but this is how you would really fight if you hate him on the...
100%. Where was it?
Oh, now they're in the center of the ring. And how do you just let them keep going? These security guards suck at their job, Nick Aldis.
They got butterfingers, man. They can't hold you. You know, you can't hold on to nobody.
I'm sitting there blaming the wrong GM. I said Nick Aldis. I mean Adam Pearce.
I went with it, bro. We got it.
Yeah.
What are they chanting?
Let them. It's either fight. Let them fight or CM Punk. I think it's let them fight.
He said asshole.
Punk's throwing a chair. Oh, he's just grabbing anything that's not fucking nailed down.
EO wins the Rumble. I'd be okay with that.
Now, does this look realer than the fight that we saw backstage between CM Punk and a certain somebody that also likes to fucking be a little pissy?
That was a goozling. This is a fight.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great. The hockey fight.
The security and shit kills me because it's like, look that way, and they all turn.
It's fucking Benny Hill.
But they're cursing, they're swearing, they're pulling at each other's hair. Like
you get the big bug eyes from Punk and everything. I will fucking end you.
Yeah. And the fans are on their feet. And again, when it comes to this business, the fans on their feet matters more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But we go from the chaos to Finn Balor. Finn Balor's not in a good mood. Oh, I like turtles.
I like turtles.
I don't know where that came from. Somebody said 2 Santa Clauses doing a stream tonight.
Oh, fair enough.
St. Nicholas, for the record.
Yeah. How dare you insult my name, my lineage, and everything? No, I thought Boss was talking about a young Darby Allin. You remember that kid that had his face painted like a skull and everything? I like turtles. Now I want to find out who called us Santa and put them on the naughty list. Pause. And don't worry, we got everything under control.
When you listen to Finn, you win. They're blowing smoke up Finn's ass. Finn's in trouble.
Well, we've talked about it, I think, briefly at times and everything. Is there the potential that the Judgment Day fractures off and everything? Because we saw Dom talking to Nick all this. We know that the transfer window is open and everything like that. Could it be that we get, Carlito, JD, and Finn as one part, and then we get Raquel, Liv, and Dom as another part?
Right. Now, folks, I will state this as we are getting the IC title match to open this show. Much to my surprise, I will not be asking for predictions tonight. We know some of y'all are cheaters, so we're just going to let it roll and enjoy the show.
It's live.
What?
Oh, yeah, because of the one before. Fuck, I keep forgetting.
Next, he's going to run up to the fans' head.
Okay.
Nice to see Liv's nose is okay. True story. She had a bit of a bloody one.
Yeah, well, they confirmed that it wasn't a broken nose.
Right.
He'll be there. He'll be there, but I don't know if he wins.
I think he's going to be in the Rumble, but I think somebody should chuck him out.
Whoever chucks him out is going to instantly get heat and get into a feud with him. Like, that's the thing, is he's almost the golden goose of you still, even if you don't win the Rumble, you get a match with John Cena on the retirement tour.
Oh, yeah. And if you have somebody like fucking Drew or Randy or any of the other names that have been potentially rumored, I mean, if a Braun Breaker was to chuck Cena over, insta heat. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it becomes like when Taker used to be in the Rumbles and everything. You knew if you eliminated him, Maven, you were getting a match with Taker. And I think if Cena's in there, he doesn't have to win it. He doesn't have to win a Rumble to be up for a title shot. Grace and his retirement tour, that damn near has to do his ass. But if you eliminate him and cost him it's going to be a moment, and that sets you up for a match in a big moment.
150%, my guy.
I'm still trying to find who called to Santa, but I'm going to move on.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are on the first commercial break, setting up Ludwig Kaiser versus Bron Breakker for the IC title tonight. Again, coming out the gate hot, CM Punk, Seth. Is anyone out there like, I don't know? Now, somebody I did see make a comment of like, oh, they're doing like the MJF Punk storyline. What I think people are missing the fact of, this is it. This is traditional wrestling storyline. Good guy, bad guy, tell each other to go fuck off, and all they want to do is fight. It wasn't just a Punk. This is what Punk has made his career on. These verbal builds of matches.
But he also has managed to make it work. He's better than anybody probably managed to. I don't know if it's just on him being the personality and the lightning rod that he is, or him spanning companies, him who he ends up having feuds with. But they all very much have a real personal tinge. Like the MJF one, there was some legitimacy, some realism to it. Same thing with Seth Rollins here now and everything. So that's a bit of it. It is still your traditional babyface heel. Granted, they're doing it, where they're pivoting a babyface to a heel. I like all of that. I think what really works with CM Punk feuds is that he always manages to find someone and actually has a bit of a chip on his shoulder with them a little bit. Like there is a kernel of truth there.
Absolutely. I think when you can dial into that and make it feel like a real fight, like if two guys hated each other, what would they say? Well, they go after the jugular, and that's what they do. And again, I mean, it is very much similar to MJF, but it's the same as Drew. It's the same as past ones with Triple H. Like that's been Punk's MO forever. Just remember, certain people didn't get the business side of Punk's MO.
Yeah, and didn't realize how to capitalize on money. But I like this from Willie saying Straight Edge Savior versus Monday Night Messiah. Oh, that's a mean tagline.
I like that, actually.
I think that's a cold ass tagline. Well, speaking of other verbal sparrings and everything, do we want to touch on briefly as we're in commercial break I mentioned it a bit. I don't know if you want to talk about it. I'll talk about it if you know. But Punk with the moveset line and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't I mean, I don't see the big spin on it, but yeah, I think it's great. Again, I think it just adds to this what Punk does. Like even tonight, people will take 2 or 3 things out of what he said tonight and extrapolate it. Oh, see, he's talking about the Bucks. Oh, he's talking about this person. The moveset thing is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, well, I think I've 100% agree with what he said. Just personally, this isn't 2K24. This isn't a video game. You're not Street Fighter. This ain't Mortal Kombat. You don't have a move set. But yeah, it like you said, it's shows how much CM Punk really still has in this business, how great he really still is, and everything. Of they can take again, like we said with his feuds, any little nugget of it can be spun into 10,000 ways. Of it could be an innocuous line, but it just so happens that it connects lore wise to this thing 10 years back, and everybody runs with it. As I'm getting the replay, I don't want to say replay, but they're showing us the Netflix logo and everything. Oh, fair enough. I'm assuming football.
Jefferson.
There you go.
Minnesota goes up.
KJ's about to hit the gritty. If you ever want to see Kevin Owens hit the gritty, tune in, folks. KJ's going to be celebrating all night long with the Vikings.
And don't forget, coming very soon is the Wrestling for Life annual Super Bowl party, folks. So if you're a football fan, we're going to have a fun one.
Yes, do it. Well, I was going to tie it in. If we've got the Vikings, and you're hoping for 2 sets of Vikings to win tonight here.
Right. Let's go. Oh, by the way, Wednesday, 2 p.m., the Netflix kickoff. And we should be
here.
I think we should be. I know I'm able to be here.
AJ will be here. I will not be here.
He will not be here.
I have employment.
On a Wednesday?
Oh, I forgot it was a Wednesday. We'll talk about it.
I'm going to get you in all kinds of trouble. But we're coming back from break.
No, it might be wifey nap time then. So we'll see.
In nicely.
Yeah.
Amen, bro. Seth in the back losing his mind, folks.
What do you mean, what? This is can we just acknowledge too? It's great that we're back to where we actually have GMs that feel like they have some sort of a role. Like you forget a bit. Like it feels you believe them still as a fucking character and everything. That's a lost art in wrestling recently.
See, I think like the Death Rider stuff would work so much better if there was a legitimate authority figure that they were fucking. Oh, look at it!
Oh! The enemy of my enemy is my friend, Drew McIntyre. We're gonna get Drew and Seth versus Roman and Punk. Because Drew's out here even saying when it comes to Roman and this bloodline stuff, I need you to get over it.
Drew and Seth are picking on Punk, and his favor is I need to borrow your boy.
It could be now. we thought it was going to be WrestleMania, but I don't know. This is just really interesting. It's amazing how interwoven all of these stories have become.
But what about the idea of Seth and Drew working together?
I love that just on its own. We don't have to go any further. Yeah.
Like you said, Jimmy, Jay, Sammy, they're all on notice. We are coming.
So Jay and Sammy are his friends.
GM feels GM-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's been missing as fuck. So Drew's planting a seed, but Seth, I ain't really having it.
Man, Seth and Drew working together. I mean, talk about formidable.
Oh, well, Luke is throwing out a hell of an idea. A new Sierra, Hotel, Echo, Indica, Lima, Delta, Shield. Seth, Seth, KJ, and Nick. I was like, well, Seth, KO, and Drew.
Yeah, let's go.
Seth turning heel. This segment is giving "Are you friends with her?" vibes. So, folks, let us know who you're taking for this match. Well, at least they'll take the predictions. I don't care, what have you, but it won't win you anything. It just win you brownie points and everything. It might get you clicked on, but Bron versus Ludwig for the IC belt. Who you taking? Who you taking? You taking Bron still? You taking your man Ludwig?
Bron retains. I'm curious. What do you want to do? Seems like Drew is going to be the one to push Seth to the dark side. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bron retains here, especially after the little pot shot that they just showed and everything. No, you little fucking bitch slap me like that. Right. You got to get speared.
Give them Kofi and Seth as the 4 to go against the Bloodline. We're getting crazy here, folks.
Imagine, though. But this is fucking Avengers shit they're trying, like, the Bloodline right now is trying to be the good guys, but because they were such the assholes before, we don't believe you. So now the good guys are becoming the bad guys.
Yeah.
To can go at you. This is Cap and Iron. This is, wrestling civil war here.
Third title defense
of this reign. Because he had it, then dropped it to Jay, and then took it back. It's interesting too, though, how Braun's the babyface here when he faced Jay to win back the belt and everything. He was the heel. Like, he's managed to find that ride the lightning of when it calls for me to be a heel, I can be a heel. When it calls for me to be a babyface, I can be a babyface.
Ludwig smack in the air. I think there's certain guys, and we just saw it with Seth and Punk, you get to be exactly who you are, and the fans dictate how they feel about you in that moment based on what you're up against or what you're dealing with. Those are more the exception than the rule, but you saw it. Seth came out with no music tonight. Like, it just changes the vibe.
So I'll say this as we've got Ding Ding underway with this, but I feel like the shade of gray only works when you feel authentic.
Again, you have to be you have to be true to you. If we've seen it in other companies, if the person's approach, if the wrestler's attitude changes all the time, if it's flippy flop, if you become the Big Show, then you don't have any good vibes. Where is
what? But I was going with very much. You have to believe that like who you see is who they are, and then you can allow them that ambiguity of they can do some things that aren't so savory, some things that you wouldn't expect them to do, what have yous and everything.
Right? Yeah.
You want to read this one since you clicked on it?
I don't want to. But thank you so much for the $5 super chat and the dad joke of the day.
It's definitely a joke. I don't know if it's exactly a dad. Well, it might be a dad joke, especially in a bathroom. Yeah.
I bet she sees it coming. Pause. What if
double down like a motherfucker on that?
It's Christmas. The eggnog is tasty, folks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This man's feeling his holies and his jollies.
Right.
As we go to commercial break.
We do hit a commercial break.
Bash 8 saying, what is this AW 1 week they're heel, the next week they're face?
Well, again, that kind of stems from the idea that, like Meltzer said, situational heel and baby face is a thing, and it's not. What it does is it breaks your character down as far as, you don't become, like we see it with Jericho. We've seen it with Moxley a little bit. The guy that's gotten over with me the most is like a Hangman Page, because Hangman's Hangman. But you decide as the fan, do you like what he's doing or what you don't? But he doesn't flip-flop, right? Once he kind of got his steamroll and he's been the same guy in 2024, that's kind of what we just saw with Punk. Like, Punk didn't come out and change his approach. Or, Seth didn't come out and change. He's still saying the same things, but because they're against each other, now the fans have to decide. Well, who do we cheer for?
Right. Well, Wrestling Proud bringing up the whole term of tweeners and everything like that. But that's the thing is too of you can do that, but not every wrestler on the roster feels that way. Like Kevin Owens feels that way. CM Punk feels that way. You know, maybe a Drew, Seth, a Bron, a Roman, what have you. It's not every single wrestler gets to ride this skin heel babyface line the whole time. Which, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, if you make all your food gray, going to end up very bland, folks. You need a little bit of flavor. Right.
Misfit, what up? Jose, do you hable español? I do not hable español.
No.
No.
Like,
where are my Wrestling for Life Network power rankings, Mr. Ladd?
Where is the time and place? Hold on tight, JV.
2025. Big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps, my guy.
Nick and I are petitioning to expand, days to 26, 27 hours so we can fit more shit in.
Right. If I could just get to this point to where this is the job instead of I have to go to a job to afford to do this job and everything, then we can do all of that and everything. We're trying, folks. We're trying. We're going.
We're working.
Right. Well, speaking of helping to the cause here, Spaz with a $5 super chat. I can't tell dad jokes. I got no kids. That would be a real faux pas. But you mentioned your favorite wrestler. Oh, sorry. I talked over the terrible.
Oh, I did mention my favorite wrestler. And what a fucking listen. I got a fucking.
Go ahead.
A little bit in the sense of it all felt like. Now, I don't know if this is something after the fact or this was the plan the whole time. If this was the plan the whole time, good on everybody involved, including that walking piece of fucking flesh. But Jericho shows up at GCW and takes out Cardona and Effie. And you're like, wait a minute, what? I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, we're going to get Effie for the Ring of Honor World title.
Could you imagine?
Fucking put it on him. Put it on him, goddammit.
Do it.
I don't think at all that this was the original plan. I think that this was Cardona and so got into other people's ears and said, especially Cardona, said, let me go over there. I can talk to him. I'll get him to know how to make money because Jericho's doing what Cardona did. He's doing the exact same fucking thing. And I think it works 100%. I'm a fan of it. I support it, but I don't think it was at all the original plan. Go ahead.
Do you think I kind of got the impression, and I can't say this for certain folks, but there was like a sit down, a conversation after the fact of like, maybe it was a guy like Cardona that said, let's all have a fucking conference call and talk about this, right? Like, it's better for us to kind of work together than all be mad at each other. And it seems like they've come to some type of agreement. And the funniest part is the only person now officially shagged by any of this, Ricky. Poor Ricky is the only guy.
That's why to me, unless that's the ultimate domino that would have had to fall or has to be in play for this to be a planned out thing. Oh yeah, 100%. I was right there. Because this is either they pivoted and Ricky's still fucked with this, which by the way, did you see Max Caster saying, get the hell out of my company, replying to Ricky Starks, which everyone's like, what do you think he's trying to do? And I was waiting for like a community note of Ricky Starks should go and punch Max Caster the next time he shows up in an AEW locker room, right in front of Tony Khan. But Ricky Starks gets in this whole situation unless he is the ultimate trump card. This was all an angle. And if that's the case, then Tony Khan's fucking Rain Man. And I doubt that he's that.
Well, it could be the other people, right? Like if they're feeding him the good shit, if they do, like Ricky shows up and screws Jericho out of the belt, good job. And I'll give credit where it's due, but it does feel, I mean, at least they were smart enough to make something of this. It's unfortunate that like Jericho feels like the slipperiest of greasy fucking snakes of just, that's what I like ultimately get out of it. Of like, don't worry, Tony. The Ricky doesn't need to go. I'll go. I'll wrestle at Hammerstein. Like, what the fuck?
See, I don't even think it's fully that. Like I said, I might think it's Cardona just realizing, hey, we got a chance to make money here. Now, granted, the Tony not signing the We Want Ricky sign and knowing it's recorded because motherfucker, how do you not notice a giant cell phone taping you? Might be a thing. Like I said, if the Ricky Starks thing actually is all just a work, which would be insane, it's the greatest trick the devil ever pulled. 100%. Fuck MJF being the devil. Tony Khan's made it work because he pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. I think the Jericho thing in GCW is very much just an afterthought, an afterplay of like, hey, we can actually make some money on this. And I think especially a guy like Cardona is a guy who would know how to do that because he did it before with showing up and getting money with Nick Gage.
100%. As right now, Braun Breaker getting worked over by Ludwig, by the way.
Yeah, they went out in and over the table and everything like that.
Right. Ricky can come in and attack Moxley and get the title match. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that, though. I really don't. I mean, again, I'd be shocked. And I'd be pleasantly shocked.
I'm shocked that they're doing a fucking fatal 5-way for the title.
Ooh. I'm not sure what that move did, but I'll take it.
Kind of tweaks your wrist.
I guess.
I think it probably hurts your back more than it would hurt his wrist. It looks technical as shit. It's like that guy who took like jujitsu classes on VHS and everything. He's like, I know how to do shit.
How does this feel? It's really not that bad.
Did you take it from the guy from the Drew Carey show in America Pants and everything?
Right. Oh, you know, the Napoleon Dynamite.
That's what I'm thinking of. The karate instructor. I couldn't think of his name.
Don't make fun of my lady.
Right. But we are in commercial break, folks. Yes, you can let us know in the chat too how you feel about the whole Chris Jericho showing up in GCW. Of was it the plan all along? Was it me, Effie? It was me all along, or was it, Rex Kwando? Yes.
Oh.
Hannah, we're the best wrestling for life. We're the best stream. Ooh, you got a star.
Factual. That's facts, folks.
We should do that. We'll just do our wrestling for life in the AEW pattern, and then we're the best stream in quotes underneath it. Let's go.
Onto something.
Yeah.
Ludwig whooping Braun's ass. Yeah, he definitely. Effie just made the list.
Whooping as I get a commercial for Whoppers.
But I give him credit. I mean, again, if this is an example of whether you reacted to it or it was the plan, it doesn't matter. You use social media. Like, stop reading the fans and letting the fans on social media dictate how you behave. You tell the fans on social media how to behave. You condition your audience, not the other way around. So you get all this buzz. You get guys like Jim Cornette talking about it. You get us talking about it. Everyone, Effie, AEW, Effie, AEW. And then Jericho pops up and everyone's like, what? It's good work. It's good business. Good job to those who came up with this.
Absolutely. Like 100%. It is just proud of you because you managed to actually take something. Now, if you would have done this with the footage you fucking saw and everything like that you heard, if you could have done something with that might have been a little bit better. But fine, I'll take Effie and Jericho as a cheap, replacement.
Right. Well, it's like you see with like Punk and Seth open the show tonight and they're fighting, and the commentary is explaining 10 years of hatred, 10 years in the make. That's what they missed out on the Punk stuff. If you could let bygones be bygones and go, this has been brewing since All Out. Oh my God, they're finally getting at each other. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Instead, you let the cha-ching walk down the road.
Yeah, you learned. I'm just hoping you didn't learn too late.
It's never too late. Let's hope not.
This is what is Chris Jericho's lines to Tony Khan. It's never too late for me to be champion.
Right. But ladies and gentlemen, we're on a pause for the cause. We're just over triple digits and I'll back down slightly. But we are on a pause for the cause, and so am I. I'll be right back, sir.
There you go. KJ's taking a pause for the cause. Absolutely. As B Hockey said, Effie just made the list. There you go, 100%. And I think it'll be really interesting if imagine Chris Jericho actually gets a bit of a run in GCW. Like if he, again, I think Cardona, if ever you could be a fly on the wall with this, and I'm sure he'd lap it up even if he didn't have any credit for this, that I'm giving it to him. But I think Cardona is the guy that brought this whole thing together a bit and said, hey, we can make money with this because I've done this, and here's how you do it. A, B, C, all of that. But imagine Jericho having a bit of a run, the learning tree on a GCW show, and like Nick Gage comes out, and you've got Chris Jericho versus Nick Gage, learning tree Chris Jericho versus Nick Gage or something like that, or a Mance Warner. You get Chris Jericho versus Effie in a match on GCW. I think it'll get attention. I think it'll get buzz and everything. I know you're gonna have some people on that outlaw mud show indie shit and everything, but again, it shows to me that they've learned of sometimes capitalizing on controversy to a bit works. One Eric Bischoff that they all seem to hate, but you can make it work and you can capitalize on it, but you can't do it all the time. But you can very much capitalize on it. As we are back in action, as Ludwig's got Bron in a chicken wing hold. There we go. I can actually say chicken wing instead of, winged eagle. I keep going and want to go to one winged angel. Lucas, what up? Really, nobody talking about ROH, though, which should make that the whole roster mad. Yeah, well, especially with what like Athena's doing down there and everything. If he seems like the name of a news business, F it. That's what it would be. Brother Fluff Salisbury, the Learning Tree CW. Imagine Chris Jericho as the Learning Tree wins the GCW World Title. Say it's Effie and Mance Warner, and that's been a feud that's been going for a bit with GCW. Sorry, I'm going to go on a GCW tangent here, I guess, because again, in case you didn't notice, we cover all the wrestling. Literally doesn't matter the promotion, whether it be WWE, AEW. I almost threw in a WCW there. Wrestling Revolver, GCW, NWA, TNA, what have yous, who's got yous, all of that. But Mance Warner and Effie's been a feud for a good bit here with the GCW title. Imagine Jericho comes out, inserts himself, and we get Chris Jericho, Silver, Effie. Oh, two out from Bron Breakker after the Frankensteiner there. But imagine Chris Jericho screws over Effie and becomes your GCW World Champion and just hits the crowd with thanks guys, as they would just throw everything that isn't nailed down into this ring. You would have a goddamn, public enemy. Oh, Ludwig, Death Valley Driver 1, 2 go. You would have, what was it? The Public Enemy there. Was it them or was it? Yeah, it was Public Enemy in GCW, I believe, that like they threw so much in the ring, they broke or there were so many people in the ring, they broke the goddamn ring. As again, another shoulder lock, chicken wing, what have you on Bron, as Bron's trying to lift out, trying to fight it out. MDB, absolutely 100% like the stream. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We just passed the lovely 6.1K mark and everything. So let's see if we can get that to 6.2. Let's see if we can hit that holly jolly number 7K by the time 2025 is out or 2024 is out. Ludwig dumping. Ooh. About to chase down Bron on the outside here. Ooh, nobody home. I can't wait for this Friday when MDB is stuck watching Ring of Honor Final Battle. Derek Doe, what up? There you go. But we'll see. Is that this? That can't be this Friday. I have to double check that. That's terrible advertising. If I'm a wrestling content creator and don't know that can shows on and especially on a Friday too, head to head with a SmackDown. I think we'll see people eat other people in the ring. Fair enough. Oh, Gutbuster from Bron on to Ludwig, and the straps are down. Yeah, what wasn't Manslaughter of the Second Gear Crew? He was part of it. I don't know if he was. Can't remember. Oh, Spear. If it was him or like Matthew Justice, or it was him, Matthew Justice, and one called Manders. As Bron hits the 1, 2, 3 after the spear. So you're retaining, defending. I almost called him the International, the Intercontinental Champion, Bron Breakker. Running shoulder tackle. It's a spear. Call it a goddamn spear. They gave this match time. Well, it's still the IC belt and everything. Am I the only one that's noticing that Bron's shoulder tattoo just looks kind of like Goldberg's just flipped upside down a little bit? MDB, and the dogs in the house. Maga, what up? 1-0. Christian, 1-0. Nick, I'm just going to leave this right here. Excalibur should be forced to watch Jesse Ventura at the age of 73. School everyone on commentary. You don't even have to do this. Just start spamming them in our YouTube videos and everything. We school this man every night. It's crazy. I don't even got to put a mask on or anything like that. I mean, I got props and everything. I got scarves, I got hats, I got neck braces, everything. But I don't got to sit there and act like a sock puppet and just, be terrible at my job. Oh, Rey Mysterio confront the New Day, looking like a pink gumball. Xavier's gone full Hollywood. Like, what is Xavier Woods' fit right now? Man has mossy oak camo pants on, a fur-lined hoodie, like he's, a big fan of apple-bottom jeans and everything in the early 2000s. Sunglasses that, again, look like he goes to, he's a big fan of early 2000s, fucking fashion and everything. A goddamn cold chain and what looks like a goddamn tap-out shirt. But we got the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston confronting Ronald Mysterious backstage. This man just popped out of a fucking doorway. Next up is MJF, and they are planning the same angle in WWE. Honestly, I respect that. I acknowledge that. I'm in commercial break. I do not agree with that. I think it's, close-ish. I think it's, again, that's just been the closest good feud that we've had with Punk to latch onto, so everyone's going to go to that. No, it's just, it actually has a bit of a personal feel, and that's always been what Punk makes work. Even when he was having a feud with The Undertaker and everything. Think about it. This is the man that was still up there, throwing around Paul Bearer's ashes and everything, allegedly. CM Punk works best when he can make a real personal connection to the feud and everything, or at the very least, he makes it feel personal to the audience. And that's what really makes this work. Of whether you love Seth and hate Punk, or whether you love Punk and hate Seth, or you're in between, or vice versa, or what have you. There's something in you a little bit with all of this that brings that kind of visceral connection out. And that's what makes this shit work. That's what helps elevate this a little bit of a step above. Because you hang on to every line that is said, every word, because everything that is said and brought up might have a different connotation, might be a subtle hint, something down the road, because everything feels personal and off. Again, to me, when wrestling feels authentic is when it's at its best. And that's, spoiler alert, why I was halfway saying R, because our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. This is us. This isn't some stupid ass clickbait title or anything like that. I shouldn't say we don't have stupid catchphrases, but yeah, all of that of this isn't, putting on a show or anything. And that's when wrestling works best and everything, with Punk cutting promos, with Seth being involved in this. Christ, MGF still to this day, I feel bad because he's moved away from that. I don't believe what MJF says anymore because it doesn't feel like it's coming from him. It feels much more. It feels much more like it's coming from a script. It feels like it's coming from notes from a writer or anything like that. Wrestling works best, whether it's them being a heel, whether it's them being a babyface, whether it's them being a shade of gray, whether it's them being a spooky character, male, female, tag team, upper, like main card, main event, mid card, what have you. Wrestling works best when it feels fucking authentic. TV shows work best when you buy in and you believe the fucking characters, when you believe the story, when you believe in it. You are going to give it much more of a breathing room a little bit and allow it to show its touches towards the shades of gray, what have you, but you're going to relate and resonate with it more. As that's a long-winded ass response. Mega Bears can't get anything going. Fair enough. Tyler Black was supposed to be the answer to CM Punk leaving Ring of Honor. There you go again. And I said this of Punk, whether it's by happenstance, whether it's just by fate, what have you, of that, he always managed to end up in feuds that actually do have a bit of an actual true backstory to it here. 50 Shades of Nick, there we go. 100%. I feel like I'm looking like 50 Shades of a candy cane red here right now. Trek, what up, my guy? Only thing that would have made Saturday Night Main Event better for me would have been if they spliced in some old school Friday the 13th commercials. Well, we had talked about that if they had sat there and even gotten whoever was going to have, an advertisement on that show or anything, if they would have sat there and thrown out, an 80s, 90s version of it, like a kind of throwback version, and sit there and have, some VHS tracking through it, what have you. As we're getting a replay of the first WrestleMania that I really remember, like, I believe watching live and everything, was WrestleMania 14, the kickoff of the Attitude Era, to where you had Mike Tyson was Stone as the special enforcer of Austin and Shawn. As now I'm getting a replay of the main event of Saturday Night Main Event of Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Austin and Shawn, Mania 98. Yeah. You're right. So just slow down on the holds. Who's what now? Thoughts on Ospreay versus Ricochet Part 2 Continental Classic on Saturday night. Wait, that's what? Are they actually going to do Ospreay versus Ricochet 2 on a collision? I don't know far enough down the pipeline if that's the way that they've set that up, but that I feel like that's a miss. You do that on a Dynamite, if anything, and I get you still want to build up your collisions and everything, but it's the end of the year. Just ease your losses, what have you. Just take it and go. Like, save the body, fuck the arms type of shit of just have it on a Dynamite and hopefully you can make the collision work or get something going. You should be able to fucking fill it out with the amount of talent that you've got, but I digress. As I'm getting a replay of, so Cody looks down and sees the chair. So this is where everyone's saying he theoretically cheated because he knew that the chair was there, hits the crossroads on it, kicks the chair out. 2, 3, and then Little Nate's counted from outside the ring. They missed it, Big Nick. What? What did they miss? Now we're getting the show after the show. To where KO's jumping Cody, and I want to see if they show it because I saw some people throwing it out there, rumoring about it, percolating about it, saw some images. But if Kevin stood on Cody while he was still on the backboard and everything before they put him on the stretcher, and I'm just waiting for him to make the ref, count of 1, 2, 3, and then he'll claim it as he's technically the champ. I beat the motherfucker. I stood on him for a 3 count. Yes. I've got them putting Cody on it. Yes, that was KO did stand on him and held up the Winged Eagle belt and everything. So let's go. Kevin Owens is your linear WWE champion.
The champ is here.
Linear.
The champ is here, linear or not.
Or Kevin Owens, especially Kevin Owens.
I've never been accused of being linear in any way, shape, or form. Did you know 45 million views?
That's just like an unnecessary teabag. That's what that is. Just in case you didn't know, everything that we didn't show just got in 445 million viewers. Yeah. Just in case you were wondering. Right. No one was wondering, but you let us know.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of the clip of KO and Triple H pushing did, or Triple H and KO, getting in the shoving match.
Right.
Oh, okay. Cervical swelling?
Well, I'm just looking at a sign behind Tessitore there. Hi, Uncle Michael. Sorry you couldn't make it. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, did you notice Cousin White right behind Joe? Oh my God, that's Uncle Uncle Whitey in the house. Kill Whitey. No.
Oh.
Hey.
You're right. Oh, Viking Raiders.
Riding through this world all alone.
Yeah, all alone. Fucking Opie Winston. Goddamn. How do you know how she felt? I'm just waiting for Rowan to, for Eric to. I got this. Yeah, that was literally. What was the uncle from Duck Dynasty?
Right.
No, because that looked like your version of that.
Oh, that was ridiculous. That was too funny.
But hey, we're going through how both men had to have their necks fucking fused together. And of course they're about to feud with the New Day, who's like, fuck your broken neck. That's crazy, though. They're winning the belts. They're winning. The tag team, like vignettes and everything that they've started to do, the video packages that they've done. Uncle Silas. Yeah. But that they've done with the tag team division lately has just been phenomenal. Like even we saw it on SmackDown with the new DIY and everything, to where you have Gargano out there saying, I'm happy that they got their flowers. I'm just sorry that it happened at their funeral.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, the whole vibe, the whole energy, everything they're presenting, bringing to the table, they feel ready, Nick.
Right. The War Raiders just became the Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. The Sons of Odin.
Right, the Sons of
Northing through this world all alone.
Right, let's go. And as a man that's got, Vikings.
There you go. Like I said, if this man's out there feeling his, Nordic, like I said, you're cheering for two sets of Vikings out there. This man's the whole match going to be skull, skull.
Right.
Spaz, thank you again for a $5 super chat. Man's out here passing around the collection plate. Final Testament and Miz versus Absolute CMFTR and AJ Lee. What in the fucking fantasy 2K24 booking is this shit? With Tessa as the ref, or Learning Trees O's champion, or when he starts YouTube.
The holy fuck, what is this shit match?
Right, what is mushroom overdose, I guess, somehow.
Right.
Well, and I'll pose this question to you as I'm about to pause real quick here, but I mentioned it as we're in a commercial break. What if they go with Jericho's in GCW for a bit more? Because you see Jericho as a GCW champion.
I heard Nick say this. Nick's going for his pause, but I heard Nick say it when I was on my pause. The idea, and if anybody does know how to make a person that does not belong in that GCW world any more than Matt Cardona, there's nobody out there that has that experience to his degree. Like, they were mad about it. But I think, as now I'm getting a commercial for Elimination Chamber, but you have Jericho go in there and win the belt and do that learning tree shit in GCW, that gets a lot of heat. Right? Bounced. 7-0. I don't want to hear about that. Forget the Falcons. I hope they lose. There you go. Damn commercial night on Raw. Come on, Paul. Gotta have a commercial or two. By the way, they set up Rey Mysterio, the New Day, while I was gone. If they run that, perfect. Rey Mysterio's become a gatekeeper in very much a way. You want to get someone over as a heel, you let them beat up Rey Mysterio for a little bit. It works really well. Makes a lot of sense. Nick's favorite wrestler, MJF, will be on Dynamite Wednesday. That's the rumor. Comes back from commercial recap, KO murdering KO, Orators promo commercial. Yeah, I was on commercial, so you might be accurate on that one. No more. Listen, no, I agree. I'm the last person that's going to advocate in any way, shape, or form for Jericho. But if he can pull this off, woo! Gatekeepers. KJ, do it lead to KO versus Aldis, where Aldis is no longer GM? I saw your other question about does Aldis get fired? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to hang this one on Aldis. Will it lead to a KO Aldis? KO? I don't think Aldis is going to get in the ring just for anything. And to put, I don't think they have any intention of him not being a GM. So for my money, it's very curious what they're going to do with this. I love it. I like the vibe of it all. Cody had to kind of take a shortcut to get the win. Now it just all feeds out. And what KO did to Cody. Now, again, when I think there's going to come a moment where KO hits that pile driver behind the ref's back and everybody thinks he's going to win the title. Yeah, in a perfect world, Road Tide, you're not wrong. A commercial or two I'm fine with, but every effing 3 minutes. Yeah, I guess so. Again, I haven't really felt a lot of the commercials, but I was away for the last little stretch. But we got Adam Pearce in the back and being asked about January 6th. Seth CM Punk, it's official. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, one-on-one, January 6th, the premiere. So you already got Solo and Roman going one-on-one. Now you're going to have this match. What else are we going to get? What else are we building towards? Probably going to get the new IC title then as well. Like, again, making this show feel huge. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, the premiere Netflix. How do you guys feel about that one out there? Roman's first Raw match back in 2 years. Even more reason to show up. No Mania match. Just because they're having a match on January 6th does not mean they are not going to have a WrestleMania match. Do keep this in mind. I did talk about this with Nick at the pre-show tonight. The idea that this is just one of a few, kind of like they just did with Drew McIntyre. This rivalry deserves more than one match. So doing it on this night, it's perfect. I hope Punk Rollins match don't end in DQ. It could, Christian. Don't get me wrong. That could be a factor. They make this Raw Netflix episode into 3 hours. It sounds like you might not be wrong at all, Roll Tide. But here comes Liv Morgan. Well, it's Raquel. So up next, Raquel, Kaden, and Zoe. You censored yourself, my guy, and watch your mouth. Anybody in the gym match? Anybody in the gym match? Help me understand. Logan retired. Yeah, this was interesting. Logan randomly said on his podcast that he's retired from wrestling. Do you believe him? I don't. Do you take anything he says seriously? Not often. I love the new Raw logo. I like it. I like it a lot. I have no issue with it. I like it better than the current one, to be honest. The little touch of silver, the overall vibe of it. Again, they weren't going to come up with something crazy or like graffiti style. And they're going to be smart about it. Yeah, I mean, again, it is what it is. I was just asking about Saturday Night Main Event because I could see it happening with two titles like they did Rock and Austin in Backlash 98. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know what I might have missed the first part of this track. Title versus title match on Saturday Main Event. Cody with the official. Yeah, 100% possible. We do have another main event coming up on the 25th. We got Netflix premiere. We got Rumble February 1st. We got so much coming our way. We got options as far as what plays out over the next little while. That's the same thing I said with Seth and Punk of like, this isn't done on January 6th. So a lot of people are going to jump on social media not thinking, well, why are they doing this? It's supposed to be like, it's silly. Big picture. As Dom got the mic and getting the booze. There you go. Title versus title, KO lost, bro. We all saw it. That's the thing. I mean, he's going to hold that title. I hope he keeps it for a while and just shoves it in Triple H's face. I wanted him to win and refuse to give it back, but him losing and not giving it back is almost even better. Now, Liv's trying to cut a promo, and they bumped into Jimmy Hart. And they stole his megaphone. This makes her even more annoying. EO greater than Liv. I would agree with that, but Liv's a better heel than EO. Not even, yeah. Liv Hogan. Let's go. I like the use of the megaphone. Yeah, I think it works. Like Triple H said, one night only, and Trips is like, give me the belt back. And he's like, no, all this wants the belt back. Everyone's out. Come on, please give me the belt. Please give me the belt. And they're just, nope. And he just keeps running, shoving in people's face, especially if Cody's out for a couple weeks. Then you sell it on like, where's the champ? I'm the champ. Right? I was the one that left Saturday Night Main Event. I walked out and I drove home. Where not Cody. MDB did like the Rock did too, but carried around Austin's title. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, Shawn Michaels, Razor did it. Dom's, it's insane. It is really insane. And like, as a byproduct, is here's Rhea Ripley, and this might be our challenge for Saturday night. Netflix premiere. Rhea Liv title on the line. Someone should have. I'm not rocking a Dom mustache. I got it all wrong. It was the mullet and the mustache, not the beard and the bald head. I wrong guess. Rhea, tell Liv to shut the hell up. Jimmy Hart, 100%. The Eradicator. Boston, I'm not clicking on your comment. Don't poke the bear. Rhea Ripley. Liv is so precious. If Rhea comes, oh, there you go. Roll Tide, not happy. Who's more annoying in wrestling right now, Liv or Alicia Edwards? Oh, Eric. Alicia is more annoying just because she doesn't have, well, I mean, she was tag champion for a while, but she doesn't have that individual accolade that puts her over. Liv at least has an excuse to act the way she's acting. Rhea Ripley saying it's the end of your title reign. Kiana James. Interesting. What about her? She is nursing an injury. Who knows when she'll be back? You put her in a group with like this one? Well, it's a feud, my guy. Yes. Like if you watch the playoffs, often it's a series. They repeat the pattern. But yeah, I think you're not the only one that completely feels that way. I think we are coming to a point now where let's wrap it up. Let's have a conclusion to this. Either Liv wins and moves on, or Rhea wins and kills it. We got to fight in the back. Sammy and Drew. See, Boston feels like Paul. But the thing is, for my money, Rhea still gets a big pop. Dom and Liv are still getting the same level of heat. So, yeah, it's been a long feud. It's been the bulk of 2024. But realistically, I believe it goes down as one of the best storylines in wrestling of 2024. Maybe a little long in the tooth, but I think it's been insane. The turn of Liv, how that played out, the whole build up with Dom, all that sexual tension. I mean, again, a lot of it worked. It just might be a little, all right, let's put a bow on it. And I do think injuries delayed the bow. I didn't want to pick that. Rhea versus Liv on Netflix. There you go. So it's stacking up. What do you guys think? Because it's really stacking up. There you go. There you go. Kiana James is aggressive. There you go. Triple threat is next. Another commercial break. There is a lot of pausing between the action. What is this? It really is on site. Sorry, folks. My head exploded. Kiana is good looking and aggressive. Charles adding the attributes. Are we going to get Jerry Springer show vibes on Raw Netflix? Yeah, we're going to get this vibe. Everybody, it's on site. Fighting everywhere, issues everywhere. Shazonia coming to the ring. Yes, is up next. I feel like I've been saying this for like 11 minutes. Up next, the trios match, triple threat match, my bad, between Raquel, Zoe, and Kaden. This shall be interesting. I don't know how Raquel doesn't win this, but we'll see if she somehow does a job here and doesn't get the W. It'll be interesting. Jamie Noble as security. Yes, well, he's backstage producer, so you see him and others come running out. We've seen Bobby Roode. Kurt Angle's son makes his presence felt. Liv and Rhea was good for a while, but the last couple of months, it's just become daunting for me. It's definitely time to wrap it. Pause. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's fair. I do think that's fair. I do think there was a couple things in part, like the back half of the story here. A couple injuries kind of stretch shit out. So like Liv would get away from Rhea and then all of a sudden kind of loop back in, and we were kind of like, all right. So I do think we get to that point. Speaking of getting to a point.
Well, speaking of looping back in, I don't ever get to a motherfucking
looping back in, indeed. What's up?
Yeah. How you doing, sir? But yeah, so I guess it's official, like a referee whistle. We're getting Rhea versus Liv for Monday Night Raw on Netflix, which I guess should we just call this night one of WrestleMania, and then the original night one is just night two, and now we get night three.
Right? Yeah, like they're just stacking on stacks on stacks. But I think a lot of what we get on the Netflix premiere could really lead or be a bit of a foreshadowing of what's going to be important in WrestleMania season.
Yeah, but allegedly we're just on returns, what have yous alone. We're going to get Becky. We're going to get John. We're going to get Dwayne. So already right there alone is enough. Then you add in, we're going to get Rhea versus Liv for the title. We're going to get Punk versus Seth. We're going to get Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief. Those three matches alone are a fucking pay-per-view. So this is going to be just a holy shit fuck. Batten down the hatches, you know, like we always say, strap on and strap in, because this is going to just go insane.
No, I mean, again, it's super impressive. And I mean, again, no matter who you are out there, even the most jaded of fan got to hear some of the announcements and go like, damn, that sounds good.
Yeah, like you're tuning in. Even if you don't want to like it, you're tuning in.
But no, 100%. I mean, again, and if you're out there like, oh, it's going to be shit, like, I mean, I don't know what you want, but yeah, I think there's a lot still to be figured out with this card, but it feels like a PLE. 100% feels like a PLE.
Absolutely, absolutely. Boston saying Liv and Rio was good for a while, but the last couple of months, I think is when it became daunting for me. And definitely time to wrap it up. Pause. Yeah. What my parents should have done. But
a good amount of people feel that way, from my understanding.
Well, I feel like it's just become trading places a little bit. If anything, it's like I don't feel like it's had the greatest progression through it. Like it's still, I mean, you had Rio with the orbital bone and everything, but it doesn't have the same visceral vitriol that it did to start off with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh wait, the Final Testament stands carrying with Miz.
Yeah, they're trying to convert him.
Oh, there's carrying. As Miz is trying to get away from all this.
Karrion Kross, his attire right now is just Bane without the mask. Oh yes, the Final Testament. Graciously accepted. The chick magnet. We will need it.
Right? We need to. Great Raw so far. Been fun. It has felt commercial heavy.
As commercial heavy, I said in that main event, because a lot of people were like, that was commercial heavy.
A little. I didn't think Saturday Night Main Event was that. I felt like I don't know. Maybe I just overlooked it, but I didn't think it was that bad.
I think it's they didn't have enough connective tissue between the matches outside of commercials.
Right? Did you say Karrion Kross? I don't think I did. Carry on. The Karrion Kross fit a little.
Or perhaps he's wondering why someone would call him Karen.
Okay. Karrion's
really
big up Miz.
Sorry?
Karrion's bigging up Miz, giving him reminding him what a great guy he is and how many titles he's won. And they have been setting up this triple threat match for the IC women's tournament for at least 15 minutes, man.
We've got to throw in everything else that might matter. We're bringing up the Royal Rumble right now. But I think that's very interesting. Of Kross, like, pretty much throwing out Miz out there to the wolves, and he'll learn a lesson and everything. Like, right. Karrion Kross is really found a stride. Like, even if he's just a mid-card guy. Maybe we just have to accept that for right now, and then we'll build there once we get there. But yeah, him in this and kind of being just the black ink, the black goo in the fucking well here of poisoning everybody's minds really works really well.
Yeah. Speaking of not working well, Paul not happy. There's only been 2 matches tonight, but we did have a really good CM Punk session. I mean, it's been all right. I haven't been bored, and I don't think it sucked by any stretch. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, there's been like, again, now we're going to the tournament bracket. Like this is taking like way too long. If they go to commercial or anything else.
But if they taped a whole other show before this is everyone needs to go and take a walkabout, take a smoke break, stretch your legs out, go to the concession stand, grab a piss, whatever you got to do. We're finally on our way with Kane Carter, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoe Starks right now. So, folks, let us know who you taking it.
We're not doing that. Karrion Kross, keep who you're taking to yourself.
They get brownie points. It's not like they win the belt.
No, not at all. I just didn't want the spoilers. Karrion Kross looks like Marv from Home Alone. That's hilarious. Hey, I'm coming up.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Who wants to see Alundra Blaze at the Royal Rumble? Nobody.
Not even Alundra Blaze wants to see that. Not
There's
Johnny
no,
Blaze, not
there's
any
no need,
Blaze, nothing.
right? Like once upon a time, there might have been an argument that you bring in a lot of like, you know, the you get those nostalgia pop, big DDT by Zoe for the
Right.
women's Rumble. You bring in some like surprises, but I don't think you need to do it in the degree that they used to. You have so much talent. You want to sprinkle one or two in there? Fine. You want to give us like a mix, but like not like it used to be. Or like 9 of them were like retired wrestlers.
Yeah, when half the fucking field was like Michelle McCool and shit like that. As Zoe was super good. 1, 2, dos amigos. But no, I think you said one, and I'm surprised you didn't even say the other one of the 2 surprises I think that we're gonna have. Of you mentioned Mickie James, but I think we're also gonna get it's time to rock and roll.
Dude, she's in the best shape of her life.
Well, and she's been out there saying of like, I wouldn't mind, getting thrown around by Nia Jax. Pause.
There's an absolute angel. My God, Zoe Starks for the win. He's doing for God and Starks.
Okay, it's going to take God. It's going to take a holy prayer and everything for Zoe Starks to win this match. She's actually probably the 2-to-1 odds versus,
right?
Hayden Carter. EDM Matrix right there with a tilt-to-world crossbody as we go to commercial break here.
Right.
So I'll ask you this because we haven't had a chance to talk about it and everything.
Right.
The Toni Storm amnesia gimmick.
It's
I am all elite. We know.
You and I actually debated this. Mm-hmm. And the idea of her going back to who she really is, her true self. Great. Perfect. And you were like,
no, she's going back to the timeless. She's this is Benjamin Button shit.
Well, that became the problem. So I'm arguing to defend the idea of being Toni Storm, not timeless Toni. And then they dropped the amnesia shit. Why?
I don't exactly hate it. Oddly enough, I know I should, but it's like,
wait, you didn't like it when she was coming back to being herself. Now you're like, no, but now she can't remember.
I don't know what to feel with Toni Storm, my guy. I didn't like timeless Toni Storm, and now I'm getting soft to it. I don't know what to feel anymore when it comes to this woman. She's making me feel the whole spectrum of emotions. No, of the whole like, I'm all elite and everything. When I first saw the clip, my initial reaction was, oh God, they're ruining her. And then everything. And I still think it's going to be, I almost like the idea, but I'm just hoping to ever-loving God that they can actually execute this. Because if you don't execute this, this is career suicida and everything.
It's not what I wanted. It's not what I was hoping for. It's not what I expected. And why can't there just be serious athletes on this show? Adult athletes.
Weren't they supposed to be a sport and everything, or at least treated like a sport? They were supposed to be alternative. They didn't have all the fucking fancy characters and the spooky dookies and everything.
Right? You got Moxley pretending he's fucking Terminator. You got fucking, Hook pretending like he's fucking young Batman. Like, it's just like everybody, the learning tree, like everything is so.
We have a spotlight.
Right? It's like the Okada shit that got over. Bitch. It's playing to the lowest common denominator, even though it worked for me too. So I'll be myself a bit.
Right, but it's memes and everything are getting over. Like, that's like, I've softened, and I know I was hardened against, timeless Toni Storm. Pause all the way around. But I feel like at this point, it's the last beacon of hope. It's the fucking door in Titanic of make room, Jack. I need to get the fuck up on there.
But all she had to do was go back to being herself. Just be Toni Storm. who's a badass who
that doesn't work now.
But that's what she like.
It should, but it don't.
That is exactly what I champion, and they fucked it up. They made it silly. Be a serious athlete. I am going to whoop every woman in this division, not just Mariah May. Nobody can wrestle like me. Come back with an attitude. Come back with a chip on your shoulder. But you gotta silly it all up.
If she had amnesia and she's out there, you know, she just came out of the Jumanji board and everything like that, then why did she show up during the Mariah May match? Like, why did she just show up during a random match?
That's another thing that was poo.
Yeah, again, it's amazing how if you think for this logically for more than 10 seconds, it collapses in on itself.
It's insane.
It's a house of cards. It's a house of cards. Like, I'm hoping against hope that they find something that fucking works, because I wanted the Death Riders to work. And so far it ain't. The Hurt Syndicate so far is the best hope that they've got, because they've already fucked up MJF and everything. Did you see we might get, and honestly, I would rather see this than Adam Cole versus MJF, but we might get AJ Boom taking on MJF.
Well, they'll sell their ass off. It will be the most.
It'll be a traditional baby face. It'll be a technical match. It'll be, I think, everything that this MJF's about to say about Costco, about chocolate chip cookies, about this man's family on a microphone.
Yeah. And it will probably be the most over match of the night, because they'll work the audience.
Hey, it almost was between AJ and QT.
It kind of might have been. I saw someone online, they've been cooking since Full Gear. I was like, what is happening, people? What are you watching? But Raquel drops. Oh, gets rolled up, actually.
What? Oh,
all she had to do was
shot, drop kick, 1, 2.
Action Jackson feels me.
All she had to do was be herself.
Yeah. Tony, be Tony. Be the Tony we knew that was always Tony. That I love Timeless Tony. I love the switch. It got a little stale. Switch back. But become the OG you, the woman that everybody couldn't wait to get.
Should that be like her, like demon, her like fiend or whatever, of like I switch into timeless mode and all of a sudden everything cuts out to black and white and all of a sudden I've gone Super Saiyan?
I just want some people to be serious. Like even a guy like Christian Cage has become a campy gimmick, because at first it was like, oh my God, he's talking about someone's dad. Now it's just a punchline. So it doesn't zing. It's just like, he made fun of his dad. That's what he does.
He did the thing. He did the thing. He did.
Yeah. Did you see what?
No, I was going to ask if his title cash in, what have you, should be an announced thing, especially now if we've got 4 fucking contenders.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Should Christian Cage's cash in thing be announced versus, now when we've got 3-4 contenders?
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's the weirdest shit. You got Moxley trying to fix the company. Oh, hey, Caden, way up.
Oh,
drop kick.
Missile drop kick.
Zoe making a case.
Zoe was like,
oh, that was horrible.
No, she just went low with it. Just a bit outside. Hey! 3 count. Zoe wins. Hey. I was about to say, remember when this woman was out there competing with Nikita Lyons for the NXT women's title and everything like that, when she was too hot to trot in NXT. So, hey, good on you.
Zoe versus...
Good on you, Shazonia.
Oh, okay. And plus, there's issues with Damage Control and Shazonia. So now you set up Kai and Zoe.
Yeah.
You're winning this belt.
But, or is Dakota... You said
Natty.
No, Lyra could win it. Natty could win it. Dakota could win it. I think right now, the only person that we feel couldn't win it is Zoe Starks.
Oh.
Hey, they've actually made this fucking spin around. R-Truth with Alpha Babes. I kind of want that shirt. It's
Right.
Otis with the stars and stripes out there. They've made it work. They've taken a turd and polished it into a fucking diamond a little bit. Oh,
they're Pete Dunne. Yeah, they are making it a thing.
Pete Dunne wearing a children's playmat as a cardigan.
Right.
Yeah. Folks, I don't know if I want to scroll and see if it's not there. I think it might be there. But yes, folks, if you want to get, the greatest camo merchandise and everything, I might have to go the other way. There we go. 100%, folks. If you don't need some knockoff, some terrible camo like Pete Dunne was wearing out there and everything like that, make sure you sign up. You've been drafted already to the Wrestling for Life Army. So 100%, make sure you get your fatigues out there, soldier. But absolutely, we got the Urban Commando, the Suburban Commando. We've got the Snow Camo, everything. We got everything out there. So strap on and strap in, soldier. God damn it. Make sure you tan hook.
And right now, from waist down, he is Commando.
All right, and I am fucking saluting, God damn it.
But yeah, folks, get your merch. Go check out the link below. We got all kinds of stuff. We're working on more, and we appreciate the love and support. And remember, if you take a sign with our logo or our name to a wrestling show, we will send you a t-shirt.
And 100%, folks, absolutely. If you're out there trying to give, spread the good gospel of wrestling out there, because you're being, you're doing the good Lord's work out there. You're spreading the gospel of wrestling out there and everything like that. But 100%, it's the holiday season. You got to get a gift for your coworker. You drew fucking Ted in Secret Santa and everything. You don't know what Ted likes and everything, but you get him a Wrestling for Life Network t-shirt and everything like that. And you and Ted become friends in the chat and everything. So 100%. Absolutely. Be a friend, tell a friend, spread the good gospel of wrestling out there. Shimada higher, Shimada Honda, hallelujah.
Yeah, 100%. Follow up.
Where's
make sure your friends
Soner Jesus to back me up here? He is risen.
I love camo. I have a camo shirt and pants. I need this for my collection. Thanks, guys. Perfect gift. There you go. Be like Roll Tide.
Absolutely. I mean, fits respectfully that Roll Tide, Alabama. I mean, camo checks out.
Just be careful with your
no
camo.
Judgment, just checks out. Just in.
Uh-huh.
You know what it is.
I really wish the belts weren't so circular. It's a weird thing to be picky about.
Well,
how many vitamins you got?
Are a little for Rocher.
At least they're not the pennies.
Yeah, those belts were trash. I liked more when you had to where it was just more in like the lettering and everything. Because remember when you had, the little split between the SmackDown belts, so they had just a little bit more blue in them versus the Raw belts that had a little bit more red in them and everything.
Right.
A little bit of a different design, but nothing too crazy.
Several people mentioning, Zoe has had trouble, a little bit of stop and start pushing. And one of the reasons, and we've seen it a few times now, and even tonight had a moment, including the finish, she just seems a little bit clumsy. She always has that one or two oops spots in almost every match.
Well, I still think, think about it, she's in that same kind of line. Like, again, Nikita Lyons, I know we brought her up in everything of she's there just because of thickness, but she still comes off clunky. They still want to get behind her and everything like that. I think that they've just been a little too fast-tracked more than anything.
Too fast-tracked? They've been slow as shit.
But think about it, though. Zoe really had maybe a couple of months at the top of NXT. Meanwhile, Roxanne Perez has had a year or so.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is that's if we want to say if it's good enough for Roxanne, why is it not good enough for Zoe?
Well, and again, I think different cases for everybody. And I mean, ultimately,
I would say Roxanne's more talented than Zoe. I think Roxanne would be something that would be easily a transition more than Zoe.
Yeah. But you also have more faith in her carrying your company as the figurehead as well. That becomes the catch-22, right? We really like her here, So Zoe, they're like
developmental, or is it the third brand and everything? Well, this goes into the question of like, do you start the rookie when you sign them, or do you let them develop a little bit and everything? Do you keep them
for a while before she won the belt? Like, it wasn't just like she just showed up. So, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah.
But I'd like to see the timeline. I ain't got time to look it up right now, but I'd like to see the timeline.
Right. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that, again, different strokes, different time, place. I don't think that 2 years. She spent 2 years in NXT. She got called up in 2023. Yeah, she spent 2 years. I mean, she had a runway. So again, you brought her up and you put her, like, now you have her in a group. Before you had her with Natty. So I mean, again, she just hasn't found a way. She's not a great promo, and she's
how long has Roxanne Perez been in NXT?
I think we're close to about 2.5 years. And again, different times. And again, if you
but still, if you want to hold that, I mean,
it's not based on.
I know different strokes for different folks, but I mean, we're not expecting this woman to be a world beater. She's out here competing for a mid-card title belt and everything.
Yeah, no.
I mean, so I think she's done fairly well and everything. Like, I don't think she's super strong or anything like that in the ring. Like, honestly, out of her and Nikita, I think she's fared fairly well out of those two. And that was the main title feud that they had in NXT. Who the fuck is this been for?
So Roxanne showed up March 2022.
Oh, so we just got a little tease of it was a circle. It was orange with a line crossing through it. I bet you it's Becky. Orange, ginger hair, Becky.
Interesting. Panta.
Oh, that's actually wouldn't be a bad shout. Zero miedo and a line through it. Oh, put a head, look smart. That's that Canadian education system popping out for it. Who's that?
Oh, they broke Kyrie. They broke Kyrie. Does that mean they need help?
Oscar, 1 home.
Looks like you guys are short a partner.
Well, and Oscar's, I'm part of Damage Control.
What was that? A debut coming up? Yeah, it looks like they're teasing somebody.
I just saw orange and I was like, Becky. But when you're like 0 and it crosses out, 0, man.
It's war.
So this got to be your main event, though, is we're in the last 20 minutes as we're getting to the tag team, unless we're going to get like a promo or something to send us off. But this will be your final match, your 4th match of the evening.
Yeah.
You got to remember, it's 2 hours versus 3 hours, folks. But so Viking Raiders coming out right now, taking on Judgment Day for the tag titles. I think it's all of Sons of Valhalla for the fucking win here.
When you're talking about Michael Cole wearing the antlers.
The headdress, yeah. He's a fully patched member into Viking Crow.
Right. Got War Raiders for the win, everybody. I can't see it going any other way. Crowd is dead. You think the crowd was dead? Maybe for the triple threat, but not. I mean, they feel like they did 80% of everything we've seen.
If we're going off of the rumored speculation, this would be hour 4 of essentially wrestling Monday Night Raw that they've seen. I can't exactly hate on them or can't exactly blame them. I mean, I don't think that this, that I've really noticed that them being dead, but if they are a little quieter, it's hour 4 for them.
Well, it all depends. I mean, they were on their feet and losing their mind for CM Punk and Seth.
I would too.
Not a whole lot of fucking substance on a good handful. Again, been a little bit fluffy. We'll put it that way. I think they're very just like, going through the motions. There was some good stuff in there.
It's like Thanksgiving football. You kind of know some shit might be at least all right, but nothing really spectacular.
So yeah, there's this. Yeah, I mean, who else has a zero that we know of? Anyone else refer to zero as a wrestler?
Like I said, I literally just went off of color. Once you point out, oh, it's a zero, and they cross out. Yeah, but I still worry that if that's too fast.
What do you mean?
Like I would just do you do it and then leave it as a cliffhanger going into 2025, or you do it to start off 2025?
You could start it off on 2025. I mean, it would seem to be tied to the Netflix thing. So if a new wrestler showed up on the Netflix premiere, I think that works.
I just asked the question.
I think that would be a good one. Just saying.
Is it crazy to me that I forgot that Lillian Garcia's been taken over as the Raw announcer and everything? Didn't notice it, didn't miss a beat, didn't notice anything out of line.
Right. -0. Let's go. Someone there.
Is that the ultimate, like, we fucked up moment of, like, Brody's son signs with WWE?
Let's go.
Like, you just everything's fucked now.
It was just an orange.
The kids don't want to be there.
Right? So, yeah, no, 100%. What was that logo all about? Yeah, it was just a zero with a line through it. It's orangey, fiery kind of.
I'm way sold now more on what you said. I was just literally going off of like, I don't even think Penta, just orange, Becky, Netflix, and then you're like 0 minute. I'm like, yeah, that probably makes a lot more sense to what I was thinking.
Again, just a bit of it like a guess, but and remember, I mean, the rumor was they were going to call him like Penta Fuego, so maybe that's why it's.
Oh no, you can't do that. You can't have flaming hot Cheetos part of this man's fucking gimmick,
right?
As we are on the way with the Viking Raiders taking on Judgment Day, and they're making sure to keep their shirts on, which is interesting.
Well, we got a vibe. Got to sell some teas. Big.
Show me a heavy guy at the swimming pool.
Right.
Keep your shirt on.
Lyra versus Becky, IC title, student versus teacher. No, they did that in NXT. Did they run it back for the IC?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Would you do a natty Becky? And that's even still, if you want to have Becky go at the IC title. Because I think we're a bit of it. I'll state my claim and put my fucking flag in the ground if I think Natty wins it. So
yeah, I mean, again, I think that's kind of become a sentimental kind of pick, and I think it works. And then again, I don't know that she'll have the belt long, so if it eventually becomes Becky Lyra, if possibly, yeah. I mean, I got no issue with them running back the history they got.
But would you do Natty Becky?
I mean, yes. I mean, it would be fine. I think we've probably seen it a bunch in the past, and I don't know.
I think it'd be a justified way if you're going to take the belt off her. Be a justified way the person to lose it to.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to take the belt off Natty, so I'm sure they could pull that out. I wonder if Becky ends up right in kind of the main event picture upon return, but we'll see about that.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to sell.
That's my thing. I don't see Becky going after the IC belt. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe not. Lillian is still hottest right now, so there you go. You know, you wouldn't. What? No love for the fake. No love for the fake. All right.
Yeah, I see how it is. No love for Chimmel. Nothing.
Right, none. I could never swim in a t-shirt. My summer body is whatever I bring to the pool. Amen, brother. I'm with you on that.
I would, but it's the fucking darts from PETA and everything like that that makes me think that I'm like a whale lost out at sea and everything like that. That it's a lot easier. Those don't hurt as much when they shoot you when you got a t-shirt on.
Right? It's Taz. Taz has been written off AEW. Taz is coming back.
Could you imagine it's fucking Hook?
Yeah, I think Hook's still fucking around. So
I don't know why I tried to make that and think that could have been Ricky Starks, but I thought that.
yeah, I mean, I would love it, but I just don't know how we get there. Gamer. So what do you guys think? Finn and JD dropping those belts tonight? 100%.
Yep.
Right now they're taking on the obviously the Viking Raiders. We saw Raquel lose earlier. I think this is this falling apart of JD, and we'll see what happens coming out of it. But I think this is we're watching Judgment Day kind of come apart. Maybe they, Liv, Raquel, Dom become something else with Carlito. I don't fucking know, but we'll find out.
No, Carlito stays with Funko Pop, JD there, and Finn, and we get the fracture. Like we actually get, I guess, street trash because they were like, well, we ordered 100,000 of these shirts, so we got to sell them.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be street trash. We got a little bit of that split of a faction there. We saw all this talking to Dom and everything, maybe especially with this. The Netflix very much seems like it wants its star power and everything on Monday nights. So maybe the pivot shift might be a certain talent move to NXT or move to SmackDown. Sorry, with the transfer portal and everything. So we'll see.
Yeah, good point. Ivar not losing in his hometown. Good show. It'd be a nice moment. Wait, he's not from Norwegia?
No, there's only two people I hate in this world. Those who are intolerable of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
I love that your brain went from Norway to
Dutch. Well, fantasy faction. Dutch.
KJ and with Jay Chung announcing her departure from TNA. Could you see a chance she joins WWE? If we might, Josh Alexander in WWE. So the rumor is Josh could entertain an offer from WWE. Could his wife take one of the vacant spots and let Lillian go back to retirement? She could.
She could, and I also think it'll be really interesting if you do the ultra heel gimmick of you get the North reunited, you get Ethan Page, Josh Alexander, and they have their own special ring announcer that only announces them and everything. It would be really interesting, but it would be this nice little heel classic homage a bit.
Yeah. As Finn and JD in control right now.
Yeah, I'm sure Lillian's like, any day now, I'd like to go back.
Well, and you notice, like, she hasn't, and the memory might be wrong, but they haven't brought her in for some of these PLEs lately. Like, they've been bringing in the other crew. So she's like, I'll do the Raws, but I'm not on the road again.
Yeah, she's there because I think the Samantha Irvine, spring backhand spring elbow there.
Trying to get the tag, trying to get to Eric. That little man holding on to his leg.
Right,
Nikki.
What? It's Harley Graham.
I wish Harley Cameron would be so good in this company. Put her with Chelsea Green, they would run a fucking muck. I would kill for Harley Cameron.
She stays in NXT. We have that. It's called Ariana Grace, and she's a better wrestler. And I miss her.
Did she get her?
Santina, I would like to meet your daughter.
Right.
And I would take her out for a nice seafood dinner and never call her again.
Yaranagi, the crowd is pretty dead.
Well, this has got to be this is hour 4, and this is the only issue with tapings of especially like it becomes the issue of, all right, so you tape the other episode after this, so then they might really be burnt out for the whole show, or do you hope that they're maybe losing steam on the main event for this show.
Right.
But we got him still excited for the following show, theoretically. Like, if anything, next week might have a cleaner reaction because it'd be the first thing this audience has seen.
Right.
As Judgment Day throwing Eric into the ring steps. And again, both of the Viking Raiders have, I broke my back. It's spinal.
Right.
They've dealt with, the neck fusion, the broken necks and everything. Did I miss the moment with Kofi in Boston? I feel like I probably did.
LWO, KJ's killing it in the ring right now. Let's go. Rocking.
Right. As we go to commercial break, as even Finn's saying, that's what champs do.
Finn's on a roll, man. I mean, him breaking away potentially from Judgment Day is pretty solid.
Absolutely. Well, and again, I think that there is potentially the idea of they split up. They at least fracture. Even if it's not Finn's completely away from Judgment Day, but Judgment Day isn't the same as what it was come 2025.
Yeah, no, I don't think so at all. I'm with you. And we saw it, like we're seeing the downfall. Finn doesn't win the title. Liv's probably losing her title. Raquel doesn't advance in the tournament. JD and Finn drop the tag titles. I think it just all plays super well.
Yeah, the walls are closing in and we all see it, except they don't.
They don't at all. Like, I mean, again, well, I think Liv. Don't trust Liv, man. Don't trust Liv. Lord Farquaad.
Dulakis.
That's not nice.
Shine your shoes, wipe your face.
Ivar is really good. This show started at 7, and then we got the hour delay. So next week's episode has an hour left to record. Yes. That's the way I understood it.
No, do you, boo-boo?
And
I'm going to act like the next week's Monday Night Raw is Santa Claus. I don't know what might happen, what he might bring, but I'm waiting for him to show up.
Right. We're running the best commercial in Christmas history. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. But we are on a commercial break.
So I'll ask real quick here. First holiday question of the year. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, I think we've talked about this several times.
Okay, well, now make it 8.
Yeah, I always joke that it's Die Hard. I think truthfully, Home Alone is probably my clutch go-to. Not to be typical. Love it.
Fair enough. I mean, I think mine is always just a go-to with Jingle All the Way Up. He got 2. Look what I have for you. A nice shiny red ball. Do you want to trade?
That's why Nick keeps asking this question. And so he can set up the Jingle All the Way spot.
Exactly.
Hey, KJ, what movie do you like?
That's how I set up the joke. 100%, my guy. I learned the fucking reindeer because of that movie of Dasher Dancer Prancer Vixen Call Me Cupid Donna Blitzen. And I have to say it that way.
Red One. Have you seen Red One? I haven't seen it.
I have not, and I don't aim to.
I'll see it. I'll see anything, especially when
I will not. I would like to keep my 2 hours of time to myself.
KJ, Big Nick, is there a Raw in 2 weeks, a year in review episode? It could be, actually. I haven't heard that announced in any way, shape, or form, but it'd be very interesting if they did something like that. They generally don't, though.
Right. Well, yeah, it would be interesting, especially with that would theoretically be the end of Monday Night Raw on USA and New England native here in Boston.
It's a Wonderful Life. 8 Crazy Nights is one of my faves.
Does that count as a Christmas movie?
8 Crazy Nights.
Or is that a holiday movie?
Yeah, fair enough. Christmas Vacation, though. I mean, honestly, Die Hard aside, I mean, Christmas Vacation kills me. I watched it a few days ago. It pops me every time. Everything from the animated Santa.
I'm gonna get that no good
Oh, it's the best.
play ball.
Shitter's full.
Right. Oh,
Oh, Finn squashed.
that's a whole bunch of scrotum to take in one taking. I like the in stop motion. The Year Without a Santa Claus. Put one foot in front of the other.
But yeah, Home Alone 2, our go-to clutch. Elf is a clutch still. I watched that last night.
I was never with Elf. You missed me with that.
It's so ridiculous.
That's what. Oh,
come back
there. Like 1, 2, dos amigos. As we're 3 minutes left to the top of the hour here, so we should be towards the finish. If not, we're gonna get some overrun. Oh, the little pop up. Viking Experience 1, 2. Finn breaks it up.
Friday After Next is a good one. Black Christmas, so you would.
I don't know if I count that as a Christmas one, but if you want to count that as a Christmas one, I will definitely add that into my fucking repertoire because I love that movie.
Right. Christmas Vacation. It kills me every time I see it.
Holiday Road.
Bye JD. Set up.
Oh.
That day. Oh, shit.
It's a moment.
Oh, Ivar went down hard.
Small package. 2.
Big headbutt. McFungo Pop using the noodle.
Yeah, well, Lord Farquaad, like we were talking about before, with Duloc and everything.
Big Heed. Heed. Anyone gets the Heed reference.
Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Is JD going to retain
Sling Blade? Question mark. Shotgun drop kick. Tag in a JD. Oh, I'm going to be surprised if they win there. Smooth salt. Oh, set it up to Coupe de Gracie.
Get out.
1, 2. Oh, broken up. Love and Thunder keeps going on.
Right. Christmas Story, I think, is a little overrated.
TBS beat that shit to death. When you sit there and show it for like 48 hours straight, right. I can quote that movie in my sleep without having that going on. It's a parasite now.
Finn's got a chair, but
who's holding the chair though? Who's holding the chair? Someone holding the chair. Hey, Sam, kill shit. You ain't cheating.
Not tonight, bro. Not tonight. Red zone. Give the ball down.
I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas is an OG.
It's gonna change.
1, 2, 3, and you're new.
Let's go. Viking Raiders take the dub. Thanks to Damian. Big win. Here we go. New champs. And I get to pop extra hard. The family. Kids,
there you go. Yeah. Skull. We're getting the Viking chant going here. And so the Viking Raiders, the Viking experience, you celebrate, we're out.
That's it. Go off the air with new champs. It was not rushed. Remember, delayed. So they had all the time to put stuff in. They wanted to end the show with the Raiders getting pyro. The Raiders got their pyro. Good night.
The hand sling just
we're good. We're Raiders. Boo. Raw was 4.5.
They were hard pressed on that hour though, because it's literally right at 10 o'clock. It's one of those of you about to leave in 2 weeks. We ain't giving you no runoff. We ain't giving you no extra time. You don't get no overrun. No.
Like,
10:59, 59, 9:59, 59. We're cutting your shit.
You out. But yeah, no. No, I mean, again, awesome that the War Raiders just took the titles. We're seeing the downfall of JD. Damian Priest has a hand in it.
Oh, absolutely. I think that was it was a really good match. I don't want to say it was fully exactly really great episode of Monday Night Raw. I think it had some very much some highlights and everything.
Yeah, some fun.
Yeah, I 7.5. How you feeling?
I'm going 7 tonight. I'm okay with a solid 7. Feels like a B- C+ kind of night.
I'll meet you there because of how much you pointed out. Like, and they've been advertising this woman's triple threat for about a half hour now.
That part of the show killed me. It's slow as shit. It was like backstage, like it was entrance, backstage, commercial, fucking promo, commercial.
Anything that is not this match.
Like the fans literally staring at women in the ring for 20 minutes before the match even gets off the, but yeah, I mean, it was a fairly average show, but the really good stuff really carried it. I liked Sammy, Drew McIntyre fighting. I liked Seth and Finn. I like what they're doing with the New Day and Ray, because Ray's the perfect babyface gatekeeper. Yeah, there was good stuff. New tag champions. Other stuff just felt kind of in there and happening, but overall, I was pretty happy with the show. Didn't hate it, didn't absolutely love it, but hey.
Am I gonna make a terrible like 90s, early 2000s joke and say this was a newfound glory Monday Night Raw because it was all downhill from here? Like the CM Punk Seth Rollins thing, I think, stole the show. That was literally we were out here of hanging on every word of trying to talk something and cut each other off of, and folks are fighting in the fucking alleyway now, everything. But and nothing ever came, I don't even say close, but even in the ballpark of that.
No, we kind of started at the peak and worked our way down from there.
So. Yeah, we backslid through a Monday Night Raw a bit.
But a big moment for, again, a lot of fans wanted the Vikings to get their just due and be booked proper and look good. And
I'll go 7.5 because of that moment and because we got the Seth and Drew moment backstage and everything like that. I thought that was really cool, and they acknowledged a lot of shit, and it's how much of all these stories are interwoven and interweaving and everything like that. So I'll go 7.5, maybe 7.25, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely, again, there was a lot of decent stuff. It feels like, again, everything right now is that build for Netflix. It's for what's coming. Like, but no transfers tonight, no big surprises that way. So we'll see what they got up their sleeves.
It's an interesting position that they're in because they're trying to build towards something that they don't have a runway for outside of the holidays, but they're also trying to like kind of talk it in a little bit because it's the holidays. So it's that fighting against itself a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. But Teddy Ruxpin was a big chase for Christmas when I was a kid. Fucking Teddy.
I'll take just Ted when you hear the sound of thunder. When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your thunder buddy and say these magic words. You thunder.
7.
You were supposed to be my thunder buddy.
Well, I'm trying to get through these ratings and go to bed. 7 out of 10, solid Raw. And I don't hear no thunder. You're good. I give it a 10. I wish KJ and Nick would get my Christmas cards early. Overall, I enjoyed Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Brawl, and the War Raiders' new titles. There you go. There you go. 7 out of 10 from Derek. We got Dexter Lumis versus Miz next week. Yes, we do.
Interessante.
Drew
I did not expect that.
There you go. That's interesting. They kind of went backwards. Chad taking on Tozawa. Didn't expect that, but Sammy Drew again. It will be interesting.
Yeah, that's like reverse booking of like you started at the peak and then worked your way back down the mountain versus you built yourself to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, it kind of feels a little bit of filler because I don't even know if Chad's going to be on Raw come the new year. So it'll be very
he was supposed to be on SmackDown, but yeah, that's going to be this kind of weird wedge here of like they're trying to get through the holidays, but they have to still pivot things and build things to Netflix debut.
Right.
To 2025. They have to pivot and make things feel big.
Yes. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. American made is the next for titles. I mean, again, I don't think so, but you have a good amount of heel options to go up against.
Right.
8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Raw was a C minus. C in that area. 7.5 out of 10. War Machine. War Machine.
Been a hot minute since they've been called that.
Right. Drew and Sammy again. Damian Heater, a regular match. It'll be very interesting now. I mean, Damian and Finn have to run it back because they got issues. And what will happen with JD?
You could almost have a goddamn pre-show for Monday Night Raw at this point. Because think about it. What's the first thing that happens on the first Raw on Netflix? Is it Dwayne comes out? Is it Roman versus Solo tribal chief battle? Is it, oh, do you think it that's not a bad show, but could it be Punk versus Seth? Like, that's the thing is it's such a murderer's row. You don't know at this point which one to put first.
Spoiled. 7 out of 10. KJ, I really want Penta and Alex Abrahantes. I wish we get Alex Abrahantes. He is a gem. He is a diamond. If anyone wants to clip this and send it to him, he is an absolute fucking special guy that if we could get him over here with Penta, with Ray Phoenix at some point, it would be great.
I feel like you want Abrahantes more than anybody. Like, even on anyone that's already here, even you're like, give me Abrahantes.
I just want to say his name more often. Pause. Wait, never mind. I would have a table match. Damian Heater, Drew versus Sammy round 2. Pick a table match. Or just a table match. What do you mean pick a table? Pick a table, any table.
Then put someone through a table.
Right, let's go. FTK all day out of 10. Spaz on it. Bears 3, Vikings 13. Still rolling. Triple H starting the next flick. Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with Misfit. He's right.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one that did the whole little video and everything. We are Netflix.
100%.
Are you ready?
Right. Raw was good. Friday's stacked with wrestling, SmackDown, Rampage, Ring of Honor, Final Battle. We will be here live for all of it, folks, as we were here live tonight. A good one, kicking off kind of our Christmas week and the festive vibes. But big shout out to everyone out there. We appreciate it. Go check out all our links below. Check out all our shows. Go check out our interviews. We got more coming your way. We're back tomorrow for NXT. It's going to be a crazy one tomorrow night. And we're heading towards Netflix, World's End, a whole bunch of other stuff here on the channel. But that's the night. A good one, not a great one, but a fun one nonetheless.
Absolutely. It's the Christmas present from your aunt and everything like that. Good one, not a great one, but our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you better put that full life with it. Popo Gijo.
Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side. Good night.